Greetings, Gamenolo, ngal be kontongal tolnal kontola. But Janim be okela do. Maranga jale babula wadi mboro eta nyola kilente. Avoiding all I did, I'm not Sonda momanta balana forila lo aligulu balate momo ka fori ke do kole bema ya maroni batfasio Greetings. I'll be invite. Gana jaram ko ko I'll be invite. Alay darke amantulu kanyandi. Jong abena sumanga. No more fella dundana. Mola. Mr. Cham. Greetings. Mola. Namola modi. Jado fella. Mo fel me alanga ka makoro ke kullo kono no. Ka fuarol consider. Keep it up, brother mo. Jambaro le modi no. Well, love the ninga meno le kachanding kedro. But Janimbe Okela, yes, man, Mrs. Jallo, I miss you, sister. Over miss you now. This is the fact. Janimbe Duna Katakono, Jumale Ebrima Ceesay. Ebrima Ceesay, Wale Munun Jumati, Ebrima Ceesay Lamu, Gambia diplomati in Russia. But Janne be do now kono Jamal me Ebrima Ceesay. Ebrima Ceesay wole la brother mo na one of the jarang kole mati me alonko after 2016 coalition presidents biri mol na da tuma na falon keda Ebrima Ceesay mo jomalati is Ebrima Ceesay is a technocrat me alonko I do okay Adama Barrow government lekono as the secretary to the cabinet. Nale I remember Ebrima Ceesay audio bonina nunko na atra 2026 Adama Barrow mazakundao boitano ibebe mutanale 80 years soro. Just a recap of guy na dalin vele. Jula namuso fela dindana sante, you know. Jealousy be fala, you know. Jealousy ba fala. Namu ba fela dindana. So Ebrima Ceesay wale munu cabinet to the secretary under Adama Barrow government in 2016 kana 20 till 20 the late 2021 and then na bondage ka Samba Foreign Services under Adama Barrow government. Ebrima Ceesay nyoli corruption onyinke at the time when he was serving under Adama Barrow government. Adada korasa mbrushibi physical money amuda ko de blockol men bedun dawlado aya be Tal I sang with physical money ka build until 2021 rather 2021. But after last service owning, Ebrima was successful life in Soto. Ebrima Ceesay keta moti me alonko ala private life, ala matrimonial home was totally in disastrous. But Nkana da would ladunat. But money at Ebrima put her into these funny situations, like ala position in foreign services. Mun plan number koma ya set up mun dalile kama. Ebrima Ceesay, let me go back to the plan. There's a big fractions in NPP as there's a keen competition between the giants in Adama Barrow government. Moni ajako Adama Barrow ni molmen nata in 2016, especially molmen yalanko they were so close to UDP. Adama Barrow man sakunda ye jama bale kick out ye samba foreign service purki jamfandi Adama Barrow. So among those people, Ebrima Ceesay is the only person Mealanko he occupied at least a very good position in foreign services among those people. But he left amune kelala ka set up. Ne Ebrima Ceesay jibe ala musufulol mumebe ayebe abandon Gambia ay tuje sang abedamento ten sang nzafo adam malebi je wala na nita satan medinyenda puruka ala doko nyinkeno kebula doko la je bar jumale o mednying allocate Ebrima. These are entirely manipulative tactics by the Banjul Mafias. Puruka 10 at the end of the day. Ibala ko itolia mole prepare puruka naka o sendi Ebrima Ceesay noto wole nye allegation on nyimbe nati. The maid me alonko ya maid ya diala puruka la sukono dokul kiala. That's where Ebrima Ceesay in fact made a terrible mistakes. Kamota ka accept ala dokola me alonko ya refale to him by abandoning his family ka ulbe to Gambia kono. Adam might see probably freedom on in foreign country as a Gambian diploma was the biggest mistake I make. So the Banjul Mafias and the Sidinja associate, they have their own plan. Mome yalanko inyanta wale sendi le Ebrima Noto after all these allegations on yinari yajele ko Adama Barrow la masakunda bare kola le ko menketa one of the Gambia former diplomats Sedi menketa la Rosia come yo kumane no nyamen, and these are the people men yalanko they are entirely Adama Barrow la bigotry politics wale wasabo. So Ebrima la allegation is all masterminded by the Banjul Mafias in Adama Barrow government because ye mole soto he left them men yalanko ka Ebrima Ceesay nyinta carry place ye. I warned them but they never listened. So Sulanin Kunjaro in Kibaro Lenadi, Purugana for Gambia, the allegation method on Ebrima Ceesay is all masterminded by Banjul Mafias. Purukare call. Yamrani allegation on Ketebare call Mr. Sedi Lano. Mr. Sedi is one of the Gambia technocrat. Me alonko anene bulata scandal kono for ya commandina Gambia. Yala position on tabulu and then in a fancy morning in ta kasi or not. So nyina mukibaro di Sulanin Kunjaro amen ta aya afuta ninaja. So janembe dunanyin kono. I have been seeing so many tribal rhetorics from left and right in the Gambia social media, but I will elaborate more. Pretty deep tribalism. For tribalism in the Gambia can only be seen when there is a presidential campaign or a parliamentarian campaign. Only when there is a politics. The political system for Latin America tribalism yentala ka pursue. Very diverse kumole natlana from different stories, pertaining to this rhetoric me alam ka be caring. Gambian and then the party militant many alanko, they are into politics. Gambia politics became darker than what many of us understand. The Gambia politics of interest became more of, brainwashing the militant to believe what they are seeing on the medias. But in Minamen Tamila Walanyindiko, the politics of deception need to stop. Yes, there's a bigotry, tribal bigotry politics in the Gambia across the entire tribes, all the tribes. But moneka political. Let me start from some historical record from, let's say, back in 2016. I repeat this first time, but I will repeat it again. Monemo tribalism in the Gambian politics is a more of brainwashing uninformed citizens to support their agenda to achieve what they want. But nina the reality la, the tribalism within ourselves or within the tribe is almost non-exist. Mansara. More lado elaborate la more. I saw few people can even tackle, especially one Mr. Jete. And then not respond me, he became angry. Adamavarola Masakunda, shortly before the 2026 presidential elections, Molmentelom media, including my Mandinka friends, some of them even tried to distance themselves because of Ila's associate. When I stand here on the platform of the midnight show to debunk or to denounce every tribal sentiment, Mandinko dol ben kono be wole fanjam fandine kaje ko Mark is arrogant because of ila associate, and it will feel what menako they don't want to associate with me because of any the other tribes will come mingle in Yemen. Fine, that's not a big problem. But Muneatin, the tribalism ngaje only during the political period when an interest groups wanted to show solidarity with their own tribes. Mealonko is quite different from the reality that is affecting our daily activities. And during the campaigns, the worst tribal sentiment Mealonko are met to the innocent Gambian informed militants. The mobile force, the mobile force is a pure Mandinka. And then not Nadi Jumwala. As a majority tribes, among you yourself, more than Nanje Kodeka Kuma Falima, me alonka bal huntlale for the rest of Adama Barola regime time. Or in fact, it takes ages to change that narrative. But how to change that narrative? Ndo the follow jam follow. Mbe okela na last part of the story that. Nga molje many alonko B. I saw so many comments from different angles. Nga molje many alonko koka tribal sentiment or tribal comment ikawaleta ka denounce when among they themselves are doing the same thing against the other tribes. So, this tribal commentary in Keka, they are not part of that interest group. But they want, the same interest group want to make sure that the tribal comment Solmenike, The militant Oleko, this is the reality when the Gambians are still affected by the so-called, stereotypes. Dolbije Walla brain is completely brainwashed. Dolbije Walla, they cannot even see it. More Dolbije Walla, they are still pretending they love their tribe more than any other person. And they will never go out to speak about it. What is the funny things? The funniest things in the Gambia political corner. Alikana say al brainwash. The Gambia ding on many alankal be searing. Alikani Jamabiji. Even Adam Barola government, a tribal bigotry sentiment may use or rhetoric may use against the innocent people who are against the particular tribe. It's about their own interests. Adam Barola interests have only used with these tribal rhetorics to maintain his presidency. The opposition political parties sold many along co. Imagine B, I will set an example. Kabirin Talb Ahmed Ben Suda Ben Kono Watimen, abi UDP Kono. Let me see. Binka UDP Dingolejele. Ika Talb Ben Suda command as a tribalist. Ngoiko since when that happened. I'm going to speak on behalf of the Mandinkas because I'm a Mandinkas. I'm not going to speak on behalf of any other tribes. A big Adi General, the general, Nga Molye B, they branded Talban Suda as a tribalist. Nga since when? When are you more Mandinka than Taliban Suda? Since when? We made a terrible mistakes from 2016. Who is more Mandinka than Adama Barrow, including myself? I made that terrible mistakes. Your momentum bomb as the majority tribes. Of course, if there's a vote, majority tribe vote for them. Yeah, tombong, yeah, select, yeah, elect for 10 consecutive years. Mama Lord Konumbili and Dawlanat. Alkajuman little fool. Alkajuman little fool. What is say more? One other intent to seek a leadership within the group may select elect for 10 consecutive years. More finita Gemini could deliberately, ya tanimo outright, outrageous, with all kind of bigotries against that guy. And then I moved the Silangala, move ring collar. They still branded him with all sort of name. May I not can exist. Who is going to accept that? It's all bogus. And you know what? We demanding as many alongo. What the major problem we have when I start speaking about this, you understand? Now, more than many alongo, I will take an example from Sirifo Sonko. Who is more Mandinka than Sirifo Sonko? From Nyomi. The moment I Sirifo Sonko elect on the UDP ticket or as a Mandinka, bila election also, I position also, atara siege male follow fudu. I must flanja on nyene. Atara maningo le nyene. Atara no da seal nyene. You see, Alenkana nyo nene. In CMA, Alekanya si Coleman Kenante. Alinga stop to play tribal card to get what we want. And then Ninga also don't parade to moment. Nkata sido le footballers nina la siela. They are completely denouncing all form of tribalism. They pretend to love Mandinka than any other person. All form of more from fudu fang. It had a seed or left with all be sealing. So nim political seat at them. It can see the differences in long. But when they get into the position for a parade, it can have seed or left fudu. Many monkey found la city. Who are you fooling? Those in uninformed party militants. Can you believe this? Who is with your right mind? Kajeko, nte magyan, nte boka surwa kanfo. Mamoy. Manfula kanmoy. Manjola kanmoy. Even though I am so I am the man I am the jola barinde. Manjaku kanmoy. So ntela o manja kanfo bali I will take a tribalism. Fontela suru account for Bali, I want to tribalism to know. So why more account mo Balia? Actually, in fact, let me set an example. Gambia din jelebe tuwabudu ja manika dingolo kono. Many are going to do tuwabudu jane because na tuwabu kan fon fole. E manika kan fon fole dingole. Nibe diamane nika diamu anga nika diamu tuwabu kanwala. Nibe jaman je nika jaman kanwala. Nibe Angleterre ka angale kanwala foy. Nibe America juma din jelebe America kono many are ko bi. Ibuga manika kan fono. How many of them? Actually manika dingolo. Money ibama nige fama ninga sitting in America ila bungo kono manika kawana ka foje manika kawana ka foje both day and night but ibuka sonka manika kawana for dingole in abroad. You see the conflicts of interest. Nka moleje bi ikatara siring inida dimbal be siring tubabudu ibuka manika kan fono e dingole bi bare bi bawo kari wo sulata manse alla gambe iko buka manika kan fono and therefore woman manding call life. How can that be possible? How can that be possible? You see how sometimes to lamol how sometimes nkamira nyame because of the interest party in building to manipulate those poor innocent Gambian men, they cannot reason on their own. But information member futale tola pertaining to the tribalism, if only used against their own wills. Kajako, you need a comment for a benkelekane. It a formal on Unica for a monelako ninsi carry benkelekane. It no see baby suffering under the same government like Adamabaro. But even Sonna Kodeke, an interest group baila the same carding player to brainwash you. How many people live in France kono? Manika dingolo. Ibe sirini dingolo. Ibuka manika kan fon fono e France nin kono. You see how sick our people can be sometimes. Look, niaje Gambia to develop lano. This sick mentality. And they want me to be their spokesperson to speak about this tribalism. The barinding konato. Just last Friday, a furuta jolale. I jola kunda beji be nyaonya. Ama musoji ya menkano. I maniga kunda ja musoji ya kano afutu. Jola afutu wale. Na biological brother. I na Gambia maninkol kono beji ba mamoji je me akano. I flow jatata afutu. My biological brother same mom and dad. I maninkol kono jibele. Ama moji je atata suru wale futu. Anala futu be siri. Alaka jumalele full tribalism la. So nim futuo wato sita there's no tribalism. But nim positional wato nyinta pruka la family la life nyim betani. And this is the time of tribalism. Alibuga sinoli reason from the central government to the opposition political parties. Who is more maninga than Adama Barrow? Itele maninga asaro Taliban Sudati. Almulda in tribal nonsense topic on this platform. How many people live in France young Angleterre? My biological brother same more than father. Ding will be Angleterre ye buka manika kan fono. I told be sirin to babu jal buka manika kan fal ding ole. Mo be sirin gamme okama manika kan malaka alko ha wonyanta fala le by frose. Who are you? Ala dansal sayad before dansal abroad. Ila show kono follow tenkundi. Ila so kono follow tembendi janebe modo ya tembendi la albe siri jam people as albe molbe fata den tubabu jang na ya fango be filiye ni diamata me they cannot even tell you mani ika mo fango jala bona Gambia sang I bona Gambia I na tubabu wrong within 6 months within period of 1 year kuma ala kango be falling ala diamunya fango be falling ka trika upside down. You see the conflict. You see how this costing sometimes can come put in a very funny situation because we don't even like ourselves. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Conte. I love that. We speak about this. So, Gambia no, I made in comments so jibe, but sometimes I laugh letting a model like comment in jibe. Itela entire tribe be filigi. Itale sido nyin futu. But because of political award on the cedar, you want to use that opportunity. Kaja kumbadunga ta na maninko la majority tribe nyinkono. Ka sympathy nyinyeje. When ite tata opposition on yin soto, opposition soto, omaninko will continue to suffer like the Wolofs, like the Fula, like the Jola, like Saraholes. I love that Gambia will fool in political. You see, Gambia no alnyande careful lamendo. Al kana some politician only alla brain was in trouble bigotry political. I was so arrogant. But I later realized that, you know what? Ni molmen fong take a molmen fong la life, ka molmen fong la not see men fong konke la right in fight. Wo si killing on like na ka kafunyo la bi. Iko ka magjana le tinya ya meti nyama ma. Adite ko ka si le defend. Ite ko si kilo me ala ko ige mole lo ndinya de ka ke malai koti. Ikata ni duma la duma ba sola duma ba ibe ko si fa be folai. I will continue to speak and the government will listen. Anybody listen to this one, you have to reason on your own. Why this? Why? Position of the manding call. At that time, tribal bigotry political becaring, nobody among sort of a platform, even in a Facebook page, including when they were serving Anambra government because they fear of losing their positions. When I was here permanently speaking consecutively for 10 good years, where were you by then? It is the Hanila post on the Facebook page to condemn any tribal sentiment. But imagine if you comments on the Mona post to anybody a post, your mon brainwash, no le post menkere, you cannot travel to bar post. And now to the position on Yinalem, unless seal kumaya. Now you have to be position on unless seal in defending. But now left a comment kata seal fana kata football fana. Allah seal buka kumaya would lado, but I could a seed on the food. I don't have to agenda in push nonsense. Ila pay you later, dear, we found to her. Into the muso jambadi la jamano. Jamano. Ninga bedding for another country of one gentleman and baffling the Amri, Moneketela. Gambeding I would summon a cacalon into la bunconaja. No, Gadia Malto. Mele to Lobendal, Besirinja. Because the kind of sick ideologies in Gambia Facebook, governor do not even associate yourself with the Gambians. They are complete. I'm a part and parcel of Gambians. Some Gambians are completely backwarded. And they got a very useless individual from the media to many tribalism agenda in Takapus. Very useless people many could be. Some of them are even branding Talbeko tribalism. Although Nintendo will be like a through account of fun. I was like, look at these sick people. Look at these sick people. So nim position yini wato be caring. It'll see one def. Defend loud lalato. Yes, it is time to look for a biggest position in the government. Well, it is time to maintain my position in the government. So na seka kumaya odulalato. But now after futu wato binasi la kata asido le futa le sieti. Albe jumale le full no. Maniko la alaka somona la molkal full. Why albe shonna? Politician ni la political water in city ikafwe bali usela, but they still need vote from all the tribes. Are you sick? Why do you allow yourself to be used as a tool to get them what they want? What is this? Look at how funny these people are. Look at these people. Gambia katara siri molke brainwash because of positions. Ikatara sirinje ike brainwash to think in a way ko. Ite you are even better than those people. For alama atul be manke alala darima family. Can you imagine this? So I left the go Nadia made a content magjale bole kala koreke. Otamidale. The biggest regret in a menge. Adamabaro is more money than them. Be Adamabaro the money from 40 at total. Alamanika, well, 40 at dol yebi. They were going against Adama Barrow because of tribal bigotry political imbalance. Adama Barrow deliberately. Kajago Banco is divided. Tribal issue became so toxic in our society. I've already used to divide them because asunda dumana manika dingola kumase. Demo by force biriya jame bodaje. Demo by force lekita demo by force the manika dim follow. Memfinita anyo mandinko letaye busha to maintain a position in Adama Barrow government. Look at how sick some people can be. Yeah, manika dingo men diata always ska for manika dingo. Alamang kute wor. Because ala position ala fta wala maintain. Ite manika dingo bo Adama government in kono. Bring Adama Barrow government official o statement on chika ka yona to mandinko la. Albema resign. Katani Adama Barrow ko. Mandinka dingo nyum kuma kama fu mandinka kama wala nante ben dahala na position bara albe sirin jali de tuk albala salale mutal bal badingol nafal o banko dingo lo mandinka dingo lo men bokon te sama do albe siri wulo ko no be dokon wolbe batari e ba fala ko Adama Barrow mandinko sa start like Adama Barrow government ya start like mandinko ne bara atol mandinko bo position to Adama Barrow government nyinko no albe de tech nobody want to resign fal malan ko tribal bigotry rhetorics or is an incitement or move violence leti ala repercussion mente as a banko be janinonale but al yede took albesino albala sarale nyamotala nonsense falta la mandela nyanda kala le ala spokesperson out akala kambani wae aldi wala basiri ntu wabdu yande aliye wulu angal terni bod e ka angale kan foil angale kan drone ka tije nibe America angale country ne be sirinje nibe France country ne ka foe wolkata France karambone to kabiri no city school fola universities France country ka krawo dulato ulana la soko na tamani ka kan foleje ndela indi ni mero me yalan ka bejam ni me yalan ka wulde just kunun ko ba just last week like ala 2 years on sotoja maniga kamo fo fente ya bele moy ni ngabula men naka wala kfije anda ka start ka dia maniga kamala altul mo keno al dingo letu wabulo so molbe gamel ko ha man fon ya de da noja alko men be gamme wala nyanda wala kala bae fo itele mo jumati ika jele jini nan santo ala jini nan santo nindogu nyini wato be sina balla position oto Allah o manni ka yabuka kumaya fonal sulu da position ola wota mala kana ka fal bal manni kol bakla o se kenon te nyala jam atakila jam muk nim fudu wato sida aleta wol sido ni fudu yes because there is love Allah matili monen home sulu kono ali ala manni ka dingol select ali elect ali promote fo fuda da position oto ali boyto ali feel like Adama Barrow be nyame fo Adama Barrow manke manni gote manni ka diwo manni ka di me Gambia Adama Barrow ala support nal si kate fay no ala support manni ka dingolam talib ben sudam manni ka dingolati na lafta kate fay altaliye kate fayaye manni ka dingolam ano fulol surwal jolal sarakulel momo lafta ka kate fay talib ben sudam manni ka dingol altaliye kate fayaye bilal bana ko talib manke manni kati after 10 years of services in the Gambia bila be wolona nalbe positional nalbe positional to al vogala maniga for real or lato because naldi am de bal bayla man sakundale wala tala positional ka vako ndela portfolio ni man allow pour ngadiam political because most civil servant you see how tricky they are but it's yet safedu mala ye fake account will create yet pursue yela brain you was yediama ndamanda wakela kotege ndama jana to wakela you have to be real like me to speak your mind like any other person. I am real ndabuka ke fake and nobody on this planet then they usually know anymore it's past and gone gambe dingol alkana song altul fuare dingol mi sirin sandor binin konko bala ikanyin recruitment start tenko tribal fenkol is all nonsense. It's all bigot. E la position yune be wala ali ban far ni position so de kara sido le fudu me ma jadol manigol albe so ne yal nene ando to be continue no batale kono je atakela jande politics of deception nyana jang abe kole yalal mala vidiam no la nyin kola mala vidiam la no nyin. When I was speaking about this ibela Facebook will mala took nobody speak about it but say I made a new celebrity le itole any topic ila vata ala kata because ila a moment wala nyindiko ini musu nyimale tra mingol la social media linkono nini bende ta dume ye case ala ser nga moja mala nga mo jelle sutura jangal kono wala 2021 kono niaje hansale mande sotono yene bije till we design this game and we know how to play about it. So I told new selection on many alkalka dunna sila albe face musu nyima mingula la bola keka ndola mission on umanke kilini ndola mission on Gambia to save Gambia. Arambaro is a pure mandinka dingolen and it's a hardline mandinka. Mandinko na lafta support la support. Talben suda mandinka dingoleti jawara badin dingolen ala 75% is a mandinka even a far bama mandinka dingoleti. Saka bama drame kanju. Albe jumale nene wala kola jang ale mol dahni nyin si kola nalbe lafta Gambia rescue la tale Gambia rescue imagine lafta mola attention on nyin divert la talben sudanin loya dabo benta kono ye bulodi nyola ye nyo respect ye bulomute ya ajija bare ene jibe bang isondo mol kono be janikane bi ibo fana kila topicality against Taliban suda kaje ko ha wonen dabala meo wala ta fanne tala blah blah nonsense abe bogus. There was a huge respect between Taliban Suda and Honorable Lawyer Dabo. Ijuso Moleno, the tribal bigotry Juso Moleno, Yajako in Taliban Suda Lota. Ila interest group for many around Quebec. Yajako is Sobita Conea Lota to Mamana, Naimba Bangoni Dante employment Sotla, a bemula personal interest lady at a Kelajam. At a Kelajande. Jang. At a Kela. Alin si golandi nga adama baro approach alama sakunda tinyaro le begi mandin kolbe batakanne fulolbe batakanne sibele baraka jumale ni me lafde audio ye request ni kina na india mo de jam fala lafta ni nonsense travel issues ni lafta wala stop la jam ngana na hata amin nonsense sense alta mo da ne interest group ye request kina ngakada nganyosa ba Nage boy ko na hada banda sanambe adiganne bar mole audio kina mole request kina nonak UMC la agenda wala Gambia be fakan and then we need to rescue that country bine mandinka bine fula jola sarakule fula all kind of Gambia seaboard laro Gambia be fakan sanela request ingale be bolajele completely yamuruna mba aksika panabara mandunde I don't know why bo pejo ka fe murna ko ya request on kina walantanga imaja ko request fail walantanga kiena ko deke ngaki na ko deke so na refuse ka ta kamani ka ko eta la ko era nga accept like still adding but I will accept no I don't know why so I yala be mnekena o page can completely yamuruna elo bola jela completely yamuruna eka many, even many fake accounts on the be comment la no wall. And when you know multi-many along they never sit down on their pages to even condemn any tribal rhetorics. They cannot even promote their own agenda or tribal issues. They cannot even be proud of who they are, because of their associates, but they will keep commenting. Instead, they use their own real name. They create a fake account to comment. You see how sick they are. You know, it's in fact very sad. It can tribal sentiment may use a more yo politics. Calling me what? No, mbaringe sapeni oda dola. Mbaringe sapeni na sulaning tunjaro la nambala yang call na wala. Ni sulaning tunjaro la nambal dronati. Yes, mbaringe kumane na ninjela Me ad kan jam fanala na kiso pana jivi. Ngombe kumane kanjira fo yamela wazabe on ba. Baranga request kia na order.
Okay, but one more thing, didn't you for mandar something?
Shut up. And I'm still calling. Okay, good. Now you there. You there now.
I'm sending you a message. I'm not sending. What am I sending?
Funding Sanyang. The little effort I tried to do in the past years, I hope you can do that. But when I realize, yes, sir. Maranga me more respond after ngela ngela fengo nyinke loud voice, yeah. Ndega apartment play during my time, need I was trying no. Yo kila pejo kan. Then unka in tribalism men for nunga bota Gambia kono. But where were you doing? What were you doing the whole years? Commenting? No. I was bold enough to defend my tribe to the highest level. But I realize ninde position or the man kadingo. What tribal rotics will be important anymore because men salary receive come. For a betterment of the country. But it's a better position, you completely refuse to speak about it at that time. So your opinion and Mark Janela opinion is different. You want Mark to continue to speak the same thing when you have an interest of occupying certain highest opinion offices. That's where the tribalism became an issue in the eyes of some of you. And then it work land in Yalajab. You have to be realistic to what you are. You have to love for who you are. You have to be bold enough to speak your mind against any order of tribal nonsenses. But the moment it any more further to moment, very abekono, amange tribalism to time, amange in fact amange see kote to time, but bira bota will correct enough to brand nako see dole mati, while a tribalist ole mati. That's completely nonsense. It never happens. And it happened again. So Sana, you are welcome. Yeah, no, you more dronati, no? You pure slaning kunyaro la numbalati, no?
Non ko mbeñu kala men fo esa dindomo ita kila to makam to mala telephone muta bulu ko
No, mbele wala obes mbele tarol kila mbele tarol kila on behalf of NSGWP party. No, ngala mbele wala.
Alka bo to mala muso do sit san man ba na ni to mala
ani mbada ba to mala ka jetende atoma he's special. He's absolutely special individual. Yes. No, yalo kamoja media. Huh?
Yeah. Man kumara harmadu mo be na daji ko so na way of doing things but ni maturity be mo kono.
Yeah.
Yeah, maturity be mo kono ye nyalong. You know, because yalong the men mala men mala. So kumolo ya kalo ya fo wato london is that's what matters in harmadu.
This is it. Yalong hadamadi mo Sana, I'm going to tell you this for free. There are people when Yalanko, they just disassociate themselves with me because of the rapport between me and Esa. It is beyond Gambian politics. And the same thing, one Lamin Konade fella Angalter is completely ignorance, very ignorant individual as well. He deliberately, in fact, approached, Esa because of Atia Fileko Esa and Intermayan associate. More than the just distance myself. Look, it can more the media to Nyame, and him the person who is that person is. These are completely different. Yes. I have my political views. Ndoni Ezaka Silenganyo Saba to an extent, but that has nothing to do with our relationship.
Go, Mark, I know for it doesn't matter for getting on social media.
Yeah.
We like social media. No matter that. Data Mark Janis Sonta. You do a wulu. Yaska. Yatola Esal. For social media, Sabu York. Pale Dolon so that me that Ebakala Dalilo Menka and Yakadalo Menka Molo Lomba Mole Akalamutaba.
Was very special. What is absolutely special.
Everybody that is Yamin, already educated your Yamin.
This is it.
This is not meant you do what I tola menna. Ulea Sabu and deep rooted until Gambia until I don't Traboka Motola can say. Mola Moba, I don't sky Motola.
Adajiko, Aladino, Ngamenjala Swokono, another family Benjamin. When Admiral Cabringan Singolo to Bauju and Nene Masi Faje.
Ula Sabu, Ndundela program because Ntadul Kola Gambia, okay, that's it.
No.
I just saw what I'm doing in Yamo be.
Yeah.
Mark social media. Social media. A platform bila TikTok lambang, Facebook lambang, Instagram lambang, whatever we might call it. I disaster in Tinyaro Menkan Talabang Kokang. I Tinyaro Menkan Damalkang. I Dajikol Kenyame. It's rather unfortunate.
A toxic talent. Very toxic.
It's rather unfortunate because Mark, if I come for Kanjante. Nalesino Benkarang. A very bitter lesson for that matter.
Absolutely. What it?
And very emotionally at the same time. Nyumuto to
2016.
Well, 2007, 2007, 2005 Marvel. You know, Kumasi was for 2015. No, the water because no struggle Kumasi no yaja make all along when I was in the diaspora. By then I was in New York. And then thanks to my colleague and brother Bakari Jaju from Kiang, Masembe. wala nta dun struggle kono bake wala motivate no kan struggle kono bake ngata do ko bula nka call out ngata demonstration attend at the United Nations buildings in New York banyina ron bengan wolto nung coalition o kanyeta kado from there ngun da politiko ko banyina ron nek telo mbadal nung the fight against yaje ta malado bil coalition o sita do nanda bondi Gambia ko do if you take me back to 2016 I will say ina long kanatino.
Yes.
Because my reason is that if I bank on me, and if I call a bank doing me, they only respect and recognize you in the wine and dining tap. You need a daring, yes, also for yes, or yes, ma. You need a mirror father whether better or better. But when you understand, because sometimes opinion on the father or a mirror in the father.
Right.
It's unfortunate that you blew up or you TikTok. It is only cool better for the malado. I don't know unless you know Mankara map, Nkelo Bekatra Kering, a Bulwa and Bekatra Kering for political and bank, for Dino La Parola Bank, for tribal call and bank, Itara Gambia, Mafi, Tribalism and Gambia Fonko Society, Mafoko, Yokomantan Society. But 90% of Gambians are living happily. 90% of Gambians, if you take a bloody nola, you can be sent to your respect, you can be cool, you can see, your tall, your photo. 90% of Gambians are happy to existing in the Gambia, but blue up on Minto, TikTok Minto, Keloning, no supporting, no Keloning, parent droning, no agoning, personal code being bully back call.
That's the fact. But Janika
can benol jebe ñu hogla ibe ñoo buñaka ka ben sankinol ka ben kulyol to ka ñoo futu be ben football tournament to musical jambul tenna tribalism ko saban Gambia weni STB play kan to wala ko football be keri wala ko kulyol be keri wala futu sitol be keri wala ñoo borol be keri tribalism moy bu ko politico moy bu ko bully moy bu ko personality attack moy tribalism ñu ko de ka moy dam wala ni politico start Gambia.
Ni election yana nyina mo na problem nyina mo na problem mo nyindro mo
futula ka tribalism moy so ande ñu futula ñu futula fulol ni njola ñu futula sero ñu moy when it comes to love, when it comes to going after someone that you love mboka tribalism moy it never existed.
Exactly.
Ni sawo ke mboka tribalism moy
good
ni squad be play kan bi wala Gambia be play kan against Senegal mboka tribalism moy STB play kan bi stadium moto wala attack le kana play bi wala modo kana play mboka tribalism. But it's rather unfortunate inte tara Gambia bi UDP ko ni sabali bende ka kono inte sabali mo tan UDP
Gana party leader la wote ayo
is Dr. Ismail Sidi Gambia na bende sa do ka kono ndi ba kam fa Dr. Ismail Sidi ka wonte ni Gambia lo ko worship.
Look at Sidin Jai from even Sidin Jai. Yeah, give any Juma and
this app that what they can judge. It's only on this app that bullying kata. It's only on this app that we go after each other. And the funny thing is that Mark, you better hate like ni just ya foi CFA, whatever the sana job you hate ni just avoid some far. But you know most of the post down they will all run down to my wife's post and they will be jumping like frog. They're all over.
Yeah.
You know most of the post can be everybody will go there, react to what they are tend to jai flag or you are beautiful, mashallah. But they will hate the husband or the husband will be like,
Yellow this is the funny part of a Gambian. I'm going to interject with Lato. Sana our social media, yeah. All this be outlined young. This is the reality in our society today. But social media, ala damage is terrible. So Janimbo Kela Fonse counter them. Katani mola ko kanyi membe kete nim political wato sitale ka ben tribal issue ni important to an extent to have sympathy within their tribe. This is purely injustice. So new more bete kono or time when you are fining and dining with him, Iba Prisla to an extent, it was okay. But the moment I budgeted kono to my men, yeah, associating with the tribalism, wala manke te fong la sieti. How sick, nde betara siri na choko na jam. Ngamira, ngas dolje savero sifa ke bi. I was like,
let's point to someone.
Okay, good.
Nyaji say Gambia ko bukan takam fa bukan dibe.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, I can men life enjoy can peacefully. Yama.
Yeah.
Nyaji some compata ko some bukan ni tora. Ntala ni to ngi na mo ko ntelu. Tomorrow na emotional can carry to an extent that the internet damage cause from Mbokalo, number one.
And that's a fact.
Number two, left a minute drunk college. Later men drum bilita walla.
It ain't menjed long as long as I need la kulmanta. But if Pongola Mo can even modula man could deliberate like a Kalau calling you will entirely ignore that one. But since you have a different opinion with the guy, and you all go out against that individual when you yourself among you are doing the same thing. So now that's pure injustice.
The funny thing is the mark.
Yeah.
90% of the Gambians call it needed damning. Call a cook and do the malage. He left a man, call a cook and do the malage. You can put out your negative part.
Yeah.
But you don't left a man. Therefore, I am like call a gin in a magic. And yes, all gin in a magic. They put out the college.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, need of the men, I want the theater. Nima left men, I want better.
No, whatever they are.
But the funny thing is that they will protect their own brothers, their own sisters, their fathers, their uncles, their mothers, and their aunties. If a crime or cause, they will call you an idiot or a hypocrite. Neither brother, the same crime commit, they will not call their brother a betrayer or an idiot or an hypocrite.
That's it. Is it?
So they feel comfortable calling somebody's brother or uncle and a betrayal, a hypocrite or idiot, but their own brothers or their own sisters or their own aunties will commit the same crime. Let me give an example. IGP will be nominated to be an hero, and maybe he will win the Heroes Award.
Yeah, but winner.
Okay. Remember that under that IGP, mobile politically, government side,
human rights abuse.
But many are many close associate, many uncle, many benefit from many police, Malafi for a position, they are calling him a great man and they will vote for him.
Yes. Absolutely.
Even though serving as a minister, serving as an ambassador, serving as just a protocol officer, even a watchman. But if the person is directly benefiting from Adamabaro, it's a managed diamuleto, no bijan. Marijo Batanala Kendiabe from Marijo Baria, another Kendiabe, another Diamope, another Fightibe. Another own sister was involved in a podium problem. Minadiamutalaba.
And I ignore it.
No more than Melonco. Our own sister, I mean, did the battle in factory. Over NPP dining and whining with them. But I mean, UDP. Many bother UDP, or later for many UDP Jamfa. Olmung Nafiko don't betray, but our own sister follow the UDP over Kakudia Mok money for a month of fire.
Take a Nafiko, take a Jamfa Modi. In fact, Omaniga dim for you see how sick these people are?
No plan no men the battle in factory. Hypocrite among Jamfala, one brothers and one uncle or one Jamfala, one brothers. So no, you let you know, like Gambia, near Karana, but okay. Momo Katana Betty, one guitar, all at the joy.
You see how sick you are?
Going back to history, Jordan history for the Jabano, what before Jordan history for Juba, until based on the teleport to Cocono, Tribalism Mantaranunje, Bully Mantaranunje, National Attack Mantaranunje.
No.
Let nobody misunderstood me here. Dunia Bilan Nadan, Racism Tarajel, Billing Day one. Na tribalism Tribalism Billing Day one. Na Nyotel Tribalism Billing Day one. But I'm some Boso, Walaman Taranu, Yama, Walambuka Baluala, Mbakana Baluot in Kosanka Kenya.
That's true.
When I saw Kafako going to Jawara Jamana, before Jawara, now political man in tribalism and bullying in personal action. jawara ni sibu bala politiko nde men kala mutano sana uyani mama yale be temono jawara ba ko sibu bay chalo nyi ndo ba ko ngunja
Sanambe interject la indulato. Yaje the current tribal political in Gambia is a more of seeking positions, the biggest positions, than the reality in our society. Yemen be outline yante. Sana abe manke fenti. Na manke position not. Abe molet.
Yeah, so according to history,
yeah,
I think Diamu from even close associates to former President Jame, more than Kenya Polinko, Ya Jame, even as she could tribalism commander. Tribalism commander Ya Jama Masakunda on a deeply damaged. Because you might want to Ya Jame in tribal fight. According to APS, you can come for no. You can make a do a Walter Ya Jamea, and man, you call him Lasina, man, you call him in a Pomorija, Yamasa Shindo or Masabolo.
And that's it. That's it.
And that was Ikorambo Jada.
Wow. You see?
Ikorambo Jada. They pay us uncle coming for no. If I'm let them come and say that I'm just like the young Jada is the first individual. Many tribalism cool, while a man link a kilo doing the Yajamo.
You see? Just like the mobile phone make Adambaro Masakunda.
Start believing start mentioning them, calling them, and coming after them.
Kabirin 2016 election of Batala, and then Wibaro, the first and foremost tribal sentiment met it on Mandingas. Mandinga didn't load a platform on our side. That was the real. I get it to maintain our position, to maintain the same regime because may opportunity in India to survive, but not based on anything else. It is personal and selfish interest. A bit more. Individual
Amusinyolu, Adumulu, Amamadumulu, Badumulu, ya support that because your life I follow position because I love position of Bella and General.
Right.
Okay, but my question is Ebrima farmer fata. Ebrima diba farmer fata damen.
Now people are sick, no brother. This is it. Absolutely.
My question is not going to be a sound. Imagine your content.
Imagine your content.
Imagine a bullet deal in your lava.
Wallahi nyanta sefenji many manyana tambela isa siye katafa
yande nyaku yala nyofele yenyo ye da kundu nyola ba
wallahi manyana da kundu la nyola
so sai mo tenta samo to samo me alon ko diga ma di bala samo lam kadin tan mbukuma kilim fola jam bi nda fama bi la banta in 2021 rohi malik lo aning force lady bentam fama la sokonal.
Wow.
Force lady Father Barbaro, and you him Malik Lord, depend on farmers for all Josans, it has some control. And what time I am totally against the government of Adamabaro. What time this Adamabaro Bolivian and Battle, and another go so into Gambia. I'm a force lady and I'm farmers on what I'm
in our Mitla Lekata, despite the criticism toward Allah husband government. That's not. Right.
La family has started. And Lord about the jelly.
Right.
Farmers on control. Modon Jama jelly. So Sadi Songo. Not that. Sign emotional in politics. Come for that in politics. I'm happy
these people are, most of them are very unhappy soul. They are living regrets, will regret like a wife. In fact, UDP Adam Baroning Talata, some of them even after the Tala, the negotiation of Menkedanungu, UDP Adam Baro Kilindi, or Plano in field, or Angabe Dol Conole. to them it will feel koni unity ni muta na arambaro ni UDP tema at that time. Most likely some of them will get an employment. What do you nyo sabonyenti? What do you hate nyenti? Don't be kamfale ba ole kono. Don't be
Bari the presidency ya position odi. Anim president ka heavy load men kare na beta lado. Ado bodo honya na kan Ebrima di ba fangal chon.
I'm telling you, wallahi.
Because ya so lolo. Jarol tambita knowledge.
Of course, yes. But as can have a delegation of an akili.
Katawule. President ka do famala small konton janne. The president of country ya jai for going there, even though they have a political difference with President Barrow.
Yeah.
So yaman for me more happy. I'm not tankala more la many of the happening internally judicial kono. I'm tankala more la many of arrogance is a disease in their soul.
Delusionally.
I'm tankala more la many alongo. The man happy come out happy.
Yeah.
That group of people, that category of people, will let them in scenario in chaos cause within the social media platform. But alhamdulillah, nitara Gambia mafoko mo mantra apply ka dem mafoko mo mantra nyokene kan dumare. But 90% of the Gambia are living happily. They are coexisting happily. Ebe fita kan nyoma, ebe nyola sango kontona, ebe tardulalto, ebe kanyina political. Because I've been there, Gambia kata nye karsaba. Kono funa beto len kadu society kono pa morgele. Ka falo yafa. Tebe nyo fala social media, especially most of us in the diaspora. Me alon kon talenta karana. Talenta kasubat. Man ngol ko karon famu, tawo famu karon.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man ngol ko tawo famu karon. But in the tawo the social media kamara minimum for emotional number. I don't know form the pola nyamen te ko damala jeba. Wala ntel yamela ente kala nyama ente kala damal fol kan tel kareba.
Sala yala
Gambia, our society
every political group long. You have interest group in them. So ni interest group soul, especially bring idea in that after 2026. Look, all these media ideas Ntola create. Ntola the founding father, if you remember, the generation talk show. It all started from this, despite. So men are not problem on that in internet on in because of the monetization of the Facebook page, the monetarily involvement. They don't have enough time to create YouTube account. But was saying, what if I decided to create YouTube account? What ninga Facebook in monitor? Huh? Wala kang kumayela. So you interest group.
I say this.
Yeah.
You know why I say this?
Nah.
The 5 who are this morning around 7 a.m. in the morning while I was at work.
Listen.
Generation talk show.
I'm telling you something.
And what time WhatsApp monster on it was Bible.
Yeah.
The only messenger group was UDP Youth Action Group.
Yeah.
What youth movement and then it is Max Jones.
I'm telling you. Oh no.
Generation talk show was with Max Jones, Pasonko.
Yeah, Mfonkoto.
Nabo generation talk show UDP TV and media not create, UDP online band not create.
No. Time change.
At the end of the day, elected people be important about when it comes to the bullying, the personal attack, the way we go after each other, all in the name of tribalism and religion.
It has to stop.
And religion. And when a case about political, and it only happens during political time or during election year. But in many and many, they shake each other's hearts. One thing I promise, okay, no nala hiro di na parents sola, nala hiro di na musola. Bini concern express, about the way things are going in politics.
Yeah.
Ne promise me na hiro men I will mean to go. I will never create an enemy for myself just because of a political party or a politician. I will never do that in my life. For that, political party ta sabula, or a politician ta sabula be. Nte jawo shandim fama, or na jawo creating fama. You may have no problem. You may like no problem. You may e kan takaw mo yiji so ke jadi no problem kal fata France ndamo kala muta fali be fusula ko nte mo kala muta alhamdulillah men America jang be living ben moto nyi maboni le mbita do ko le mina alhamdulillah mbaka ku kala muta idin somon njita mela le na la ko me arsenal ko le jibe kam be ko sin tel ben championship celebrate so ni men ko yente hedne wala na ko so wala ke kampa wala sab yente bula fal fanta France wala fata be fula France fusula France na ba America sana mo kala muta ni ma man tan lay ni ma man tan lay ko wala fi men ko li taro la muta muso fana na fana muso Namuso is my life partner. Namuso is my soulmate. Namuso is my everything. Namuso is my best friend. If you don't like me, you don't have to like my wife. Ni kan tekela duma wala kan tek ko ma namuso na posting ke fam buron je kata like ikata e ba comment leje na fika ya ko na famman ko. Double standard. So if you don't like me, if you don't want to deal with me, leave my wife alone too. Stay away from my wife's posting too.
Right. Sana
double standards.
I'd love to elaborate loud. This is very important. To create enmity between you and then the other political military. Sana, I have a single hate against anybody. Sana, I'm speaking to you. This is from deep down my heart. Nimobije, mbeme hedla. Owekela moneti. Me alonka wuliya ballet double. Atadasi Gambia Bela media platform moto. I wuliala found. I fella fanna. Me alon konte bring on moto ngana koi. Ngolebo. Nemo Christian otemba for Jesus Christ. But bring on moto ngana Allahu Akbar. How can that a human being, a mature person, an individual holding certain important position in the society, vomiting certain disgusting statement at the media? But bila bora to moment nala follow mbadenga Satan on your and I don't have even a single hate because there was love, a good relationship before. Bila bora is done. So I definitely intended to counter-attack, to make any counter misinformations, delusional thoughts against any oath or against that innocent boy like Tal Ben Suda. I am determined to do that one. Nita Maria Jago, Mbea Kona Nyinela, Nkonka Birin Sande. Don't tell for an extend call, probably until leave before, maybe December 2016. What enter Barode? Even though if on a or more riff raff many other disassociate myself because of my boldness and stand with the truth. What I'm doing here, nothing absolutely wrong with that one. The only fabricated lies against Talib are big upon a special one group or economy. Group of me alongo, they created damage. A hilarious damage me alongo is costing UDP beyond repair. The same people like Canadian stories will be fabricated. Honorable Adaba, then come when I lower a platform, I funny Adaba landing. I'm impossible. The man loved that guy. And then man, it was a funny accommodating. In a honorable Adaba, I low platform, I even DM and talk against that innocent boy. Be fele ila platform kana jibi ila postal jibi menkia wonin dawo nyobo mutane ibidi amune be jelela ikamem for anala kila because there is a love me alanko is between father and the son even ebo wuli afolo no nyadide when you the same person menka you come over ye fenne fonde pertaining to that individual ndele betla okumonye ndana ngwegwete olombe pare ikana fontenga now support be the fail to target solnyen. Why am I going to do that? Why?
I will confess to you today.
Yes.
I will confess to you today.
Yeah.
But I used to be a little bit upset with you for some of the decisions you come when we Yarafam, not maybe smartly, maybe maybe control maybe you are protected by the Almighty.
I'm telling you.
Maybe you can buy a decision with her, but it be Fele or decision only as abu bi bela kairo kono.
Yeah.
You are able to express yourself independently.
Absolutely.
What this would be nobody was unable to manipulate you from 2015 can sign.
Yeah.
What decision stabu mo buka for janne wala afeleja.
This is nice. Yeah.
This is from the bottom of my heart.
I know, you know, Sarah, it's just funny.
Well, I'm from Generation Talk, so anytime we want to bring you under a platform, anytime we want to make you to come to a platform like UDP, even media, or Generation Talk, so online band by like a jam platform or tola, on the platform or tola, you will strictly abide by the rules and regulations of that particular platform. You always say that you are a one-man soldier. I remember that.
Perfect.
You always say that you want to go on your own because that man on a couple of island did not. Be manipulated. After Yami Bakla, Ina better idea killing whether you cannot express yourself independently. Nina, idea further wrong. You are a betrayer or a hypocrite.
Perfect.
This is why today you are able to go freely and nobody is able to.
More than ball. Sana, but Janinka Tamila and Laro, the son. I measure my moves after the Generation Talk Show was a divider. To an extent, I need go out of before, but during that time, the reason why I saw people many years ago, they pretend to disassociate with me. So I will kind of call in the night after the talk show, midnight. So we had a very beautiful dialogue, you know. But Sana, I measures my time, you know, and then after that, I operate independently. Because people will target you. Even in a close associate, they will target you. And miracle, in my entire family, I am the only person who venture into these political issues. Even families that are normal, this is my hobby. Let me pursue it. So that's the only reasons. But not I may realize the Nini group of individuals be nyokono, sanambeba ben kankilina. And the Benjamin Nini moment ben kankilina, they term you as an enemy. So I remember the reason why in the model VJ, you know, because the mission was different. The mission Benjamin, if you had this opportunity like Sanai famous men sort of UDP, Iba decided to mingle with, you know, with ladies. In fact, now that you are not even that arrogant, you know, like being a talkative, you can be able to do certain things. That's make me fun. That's make me laugh because at this point in time, some of them doesn't even know the monetary. I make sure I distance my families and everything from the social media. In fact, they don't even like that. And that was the big opportunity. But even just recently, I started going mal post. They create a fake news account. Look at these people. You know, I just laugh, you know. The reason why I decided to venture to engage people at my platform, being a beautiful lady or whatsoever, I have a genuine reason for that. And that's today. It make me sometimes uncomfortable, you know, alamujane morality. Because like my communication with the ladies or not video calls with the ladies or not, you know, that's normal romantic stuff. They will use that one in the social media because they feel that they have to eliminate Mark Jane from this social media. They will make sure that Kajeko, even these are the people many ago they were praising me like an angel. So now people are praising you before like an angel. Wallahi, sana me moto fola afelejan fran. Wallahi, billahi tallahi. Nkayeko sana kadiamo menke UDP toil at UDP over 2, 3, 4 hours. I cannot do it. Sometimes he became even so emotional to an extent. You know what? I fear a kind of mental stress in sort of because of that political party. So not now more killing on the be. They are going so extremely against an individual who once stood more than 5 hours talking about the same agenda and be newly positional turn in 2021. If you come for many along better raw positional, these are the people going against you. Tonya Gambia political is not mine. Let me be who I am today, and I will counterattack every misinformation. I will dismantle every false information against anybody, the injustice part that is going to be countered at the best of my ability. Now, Imari Bemento, Yasoto, Imari is the self-interest group of Bemento, Yasoto, Masoto. It is none of my business, since I'm not going to venture into any political interest in the Gambia. But it's an old blue lie. Fenomen basically down Kokang. Young Commandie Membe Fonye. Ea Kumo Membe Fonye. Ipareta o bala koteke ikana fonde ko no nde nyine mun la political faradi nde be nyine kela wala sometimes nin ko be diam kela nka parele ka fem buloni internet oto I set back nari but nka mbula nka mira munene ni wo keta o banko kan the poor innocent people of Minako, they have hope ko ala baro man sakunda nyanta na ala but because of ntela abe mune kosla. It's another government is going to continue, and it's those innocent people are going to suffer. This is why there are certain topics bijim bukama. There are certain kodo bembulujam buka bloni internet oriented. But man sila ka blode.
Ma kita fa ya katale at least ita kana shi ka dia man tabi na ko don tabe dia mo lanu. An tabi me de kumo do bita fala male wala fala bulle. Mo nyina minu fala.
Because if you emotional control.
Yeah. Because you know why no for
well I'm not for nyanjo. I remember for nyanjo that little man because emotional partner. Sana, I work very hard for this one. Sana, I'm a very arrogant individual. I'm a short temper.
Yeah.
I'm a really short temper, yeah. But
namba mena ma nkamira kuja malango nene dindi ya nyawonya mankuma ya palo time fa balle intros no fa jamal kan ko non to private discussion so nkamira nyina loko wala one thing that I always put in the forefront wala ni doko malafi ya fa ko yara fa sana fana ni na e man kacha kata folo wala kulol men kata nyala aba fala wala people will think that ko their life or their happiness will be at risk because ila kullo be mo wala kudo la kalamu.
Yeah.
So I always think about this. If I know that I will not be able to control myself, when I need a platform, let me just stay away completely. And thank God, with the help and the support of my wife, I was able to stay a little bit away from the spotlight.
So I believe that. Yeah.
Immediately after the announcement of the results of the 2021 presidential election.
Yeah.
Tumaso ularo ndebe mira kanun ko ajiyam shekala wala be mira kanun fenkela to don ajiyam ndaw yabo be mira kan party leader because of their age what they went through, and I was saying that this is their best chance for them to enjoy please after being betrayed or being jumped by Adama Barrow yaji ndebo miro be ndaka mira wala yara fa muske baru ngol la age be kati ke mirantel
nesa sana
kati ke mirantel wel bingala ade siri medala ma fla ko kolal masana man sana la yerem mal sana nakala mel right now
nesa because
bile be yon call boko nyoko mer bangi ni fi mune mun ka comfortable fo mu dega sa because yola yerem ko man mer bi la yerem di man mer bi la halat fu ma lekani because of her age.
No,
the same thing. So I'm thinking about these old people. How they're gonna be affected by this?
Sana,
how they're gonna end up? They're thinking about.
A very good partner, Marjan Sana. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Sana, around 2 a.m. in the morning, Namoyan call
Yeah.
Janjaman time, maybe around 12 Gambia time or so, or one, I don't know. Akonyako,
Yeah.
Akonya state house celebration on the young. Akonya Adam Baro one. So terrible. Nga, are you kidding? Akonya, this is reality. Nga, okay. Nga, independent hala post, restore post la in the imagine under how time on the
yeah, remember it. Before that, I call you.
Yeah.
Ne call, it's a done deal. I remember that. You can go say on deal. Come and get from Mocha announce. I don't remember I see but we be careful about that.
Yes.
That I also contacted explain at IEC in Namalong. Because it is already a done deal. And number have won. UDP cannot overcome this. The IEC chairman is playing a mind game here. But all the resources are in. When all the resources are in except combo, what I'm a combo to Tawalemu, Birkama Noti, Birkama South.
Combo, is it Sanimentering, yeah.
If those resources came in, even in favor of UDP, they will not be able to overcome this state.
Yeah.
Or to turn it upside down. That's the time I also went live to let people know that this is a don't.
Exactly.
So, Nabanjul call. Because that time they were at this office trying to tabulate things and we resource. Billahi wala tala ne musin no men amata manjan na tofo abi UDP lan kam na be esgari fo kono la ko bin talibe bolo officer ba pour que seya te be mi kan fo talibe fitala no kayra kono ba am seno so silo ka wala de sen takla silo ka o sa bole je wata men man fambula kam de la man tra silo fo je okay but mbe jun kala ko kilina gambe no la parola wala mu waye gambe no ka si to think about Magdana, or for example, to think about Sana, or to think about someone, they are all story narrated to how all or to his own perfection. Atale ego fit nyama, atale miranya fit nyame. For example, Gamelo Kasiafoko, Mark Formanta Happy, Mark Nyaji Teninten. Come like a fancy story about you. May I satisfy that? That's a don't deal
it can be isolated in when I
the madam the deputy party leader of United Democratic Party, Namal Ajam Sekalam, right?
Ajam Sekalam.
Only do Madina Jai, what am I UMC la Banjul regional coordinator deba?
Absolutely.
Will that make Ajam Seka to disown our own daughter, Madina Jai?
That's the last thing Ajanda Mankara.
Will that make Madina Jai to disown her own mother, Ajam Seka? So what Nina Mama got more than Telebang?
Jamano for Dingo. It is so close pride.
And one thing about our Ghanaian TikTokers, man for your observer. They think that if they make a car about Magdana B, well, a Magdana Natalota, you post TikTok, you talk about Sajad. The camera ko itala dunya bantale itala chinyali yekta menyeta fatale itala harjo beti. So well, you know, government have more kakang. You call me for 1 hour, you call me for 2 hours. That's it. Would that make me to die? Would that make me to lose my job? What about
active bag at TikTok auto because TikTok more. TikTok geniali.
So why cry somebody when you know that koita kanyi manka follow basabra public mo be jutule tela bi magjane nite tesana janjo natalota ya aji ko may kon kan ikankale wala ye parti la natalo aji ko may ko kakale nte amuta ko you make people many respect la ko denke many love maybe they love you people who think that you have dignity people who think that you are macho they will say that oh ya fante amna mak macho tala wala nda mak dignity mak man dignity so but gambe so ko kontan ko mbado mini e kala le o damalaka thinking that if they car you gonna die or you're gonna lose whatever belongs to you. Well, destiny be la bulo kono. Well, ni be American will be deported. Well, ni be Germany will be deported. Well, ni be Germany la bumo itajo. Well, be fit. So they think governments take pride of making a car about someone. Wente jaka.
Ibem fala jelo la no. Nga ibem fala jelo.
Ando kuni kyo nyina mo ya bokala.
No. Tara this is the yalo ndaka TikTok ni na. Sana ntenga na ni kama ndo ngake ude jama. You have a very important topics. Many alanku molbije, they are very brilliant in creating some content in TikTok is amazing. But na ngake ude keola karo ngake ude menje Gambia kona siabada. Keo mo Gambia, some of them model the venture kang that platform on yon because yajele ku musol leje at the back. So they prefer to mingle with ladies. Majority of them email a life in a ghetto life in market back in those days. Now they have the opportunity to be in Europe where free internet is available. They want to mingle. They are single, but they want to mingle, you know? It is how I see this. All these guys belong to this. A group of individual men are killing the Malaka busa. Kanyoka. Ankara sirinja na KGB. Take account of the Mulangata sirinja in KBGB and Yakasala, you know? So,
come for years.
I'm telling you.
Then aside, one thing from Malatika Beta, Menkuma, and all and Haklo to Nyotawai, na Nyobunya, Nemira Kununa, Nabinata, Masomano.
Yeah.
Because Mark Intenite, Puta Nyaunya, Nkadiam, Yentros, and Fuka Koleka Komodolophone, Ndefana Yetros, and K call Funka audio don't found here. And I'm quite audio be a good lefang. So say, if I think that I have something about you that I can bring out, what will make me think that you don't also have something about me?
It's a very important audio, baby, in a SoundCloud.
Gambia.
Blow.
I have a meeting with the old man, party leader, His Excellency Dabo. It was at 11 p.m. Suto. Just imagine. And the old man should be in bed. Manaf kanyang phone nam na po nya bibe yung phone left a mall kawan di damandi and then pulong mo na kaning hakilola with due respect to the old man.
Yeah.
And many along ko yo meeting on yung attend. I didn't intend to bring this out wala ma for kuka ma for daraja kuka.
Yeah.
Nga mo ta ko ginasa with certain individuals wala nyongol min be political on social media basta wala mbeng haklo to kununto then bi
right.
So imagine that old man with his family should be in bed or should be having a private time with the family. I am accommodate 11 p.m. suto. Nakachata akamta ko ning ulula be diamla ala korewe ndafana yella mo akamta ko ning korewe la mo ala ulula e. Ayenta yamar la menna limema la consente a fonye. Mfana lafta men fly na fay na ku jama fa correct ni je melon ka te men mira no ngani men be is different. Alhamdulillah la mo ni fakilola an nekuma ko mon fay ayo moyle an afane men fonya na moyle an dani be fala inshallah mbo protect lale.
Great.
But at the end of the day be gambero be dani la mena sutun te me akuma sina bilinja je me jamano coalition en sabun together janjang ke da baro na karola janjang ke da talib be mo be dal na mena lillahi alay ye mira kunune bidida bile be somo fana be somalida ye political difference wata bayla opinion be fatala wata bayla an bakuma kilim fono gambe no le especially men be diaspora they will never see Lawyer Dabo going Talib. They will never see Talib going Lawyer Dabo. It will even kafo kono will even public will even blood no disrespect nyakuya. They will never see Lawyer Dabo and Barrow in public disrespect nyakuya nyofe. They will never see Sidia Jata wala Halifa Saleh and Lawyer Dabo wala Esa Fall in Lawyer Dabo wala Lawyer Dabo in Esa Fall wala any political leaders as far as our country is concerned. They will never see these all lead men or these leaders or our mentors or our fathers going at each other or ignoring each other in public.
Right.
So that might be talanta yala kunta yala social media na mo na pa fena. But like you said, men ko don make kanje, men yala ko yela monetize. Men yala ko is because of these contents they are making a living. Well, they will do anything and they will go at the lowest level. They will do anything necessary as far as that dollar or euro or pound is coming in.
Sana, I'm going to tell you this for they are creating this content because they feel cool. Associating myself with the party for the last decades. We don't even have this idea to monetize our content or whatsoever. But eventually, this is another new opportunity. So Europe, America, because there are a lot of different countries, and in each state, ila income benyadile, ila economy la status benyadile, ila environment do ko nyina income be wala jama fana. Even German jam, and in Baden-Württemberg, the amount of money is a sort of Baden-Württemberg it also la jam. But how expensive the house in the Baden-Württemberg, but an imbali in the living market, even ila balual in the market.
The same system of the language and in the way they apply certain rules and regulations.
Exactly.
But even Texas, Texas is rich. The Kejo men per hour. What do I butter? Seattle rate per hour. But the living expenditure in Texas is cheaper than the living expenditure in Seattle.
This is it. So Jamfana Bolanyama, German as a state. So countries fana in Europe young ila economy la standard benyo kan. Like amount of money some short young monthly, amount of money to sort like in Italia. Yeah. So because ila standard benyadi. So this Facebook content creator, especially these people living in different geographical locations, nyimbe mako come back puribe living in annual nyadi pertaining to the monthly allowances so associating yourself with the biggest party like UDP, you will have a lot of followers to bring incomes. So they can only bring these controversy issues pertaining to an interest group or many who we know this is their interest and delusional group many they have their own agenda and tell you work as the way they plan. They blatantly failed. So when they hate men sort of pertaining to one particular individual like Taliban, they will prefer to bring that one to create more attention to their large followers, to create money, to get more money. But Nina Rajibe, in reality, the top brass from that political parties, when Neneman to that too low, Kanaka Orjibe, Sana Kube would la runga fell long fang, Modo Bije will ask that a daka to paraprala media to Gambia kono, Namen low la quoto, we menge, I interest partment play to be Sana. Politics is disgusting in that country. You know what?
No, Mark, when I don't go, you Jamala Kalamuta and you have come a long way. Don't find Jamala Kalamuta, EOC have come a long way. You know, Monkuma, Pula Kalamuta, and I have come a long way. So, Nima less Sodono Jambe Kalana Mento, Betaunte Yala, or a Jawaya and Conentia.
Sanagamba politics.
I'll give you 3 examples. The Gambia Football Federation, based on the corruption, inaction leads to the lack of development as far as football and football infrastructures are concerned in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Many along with the GFF Locono, Kabalu Wolto, will have a stadium management or the Kabalu Wolto, will la family, will Dingulu, will Badindulu will never condemn those officials at GFF. What those officials responsible for the management of the Independence Stadium? Yeah, UDP family members all Dolby, NPP. In Imambaro like Nyawa, Imambaro Masakunda like Nyanga, that UDP and member UDP, he or she will never go after a family member benefits to come. Barola Masakunda. Let me just give an example. Yeah, maintain UDP, Sabe UMC. Controversial Sakunda Nyanya, Kabaro Masakunda condemn Nyanya. Bila police case soto fo ya ditem police station to. Ala border fafa sanya na mala putu singota afara alo da sintan flola to protect his blood.
Right. What it because it's injustice. Mempletaka. Yeah.
More than UDPB, ala border I mean but connecting on a battling fact like the UMC. I've never seen her going after the border or personally attacking the border. But when the border so coming for the UDP that the UMC.
Maranga useless boji be jabe me jang Umar Bon. Me am ko Seku Baro, Seku came down la entire family be MPP. But it's always the brain was coming after me, you know.
Yeah, not go je ko ni musala photo ko. Itele kila la rankiri. Yeah. UDP do MPP. I've never seen them and Gambia nam naje. O muso ya ke tagola ke do ya nyam nan ke oja muso atagola ke do ya. So mina ba sabula nteni esa jawne be dunna nyola fambe kuntu la nyola fanka nyobulo. Mina ba sabula ta magya te be post kala nte mina te posto man comment no je nicely wala me criticize geneli fanka nan ke nengolan ke do anka ko te mu do mi haramol wala te mu hypocrite wala te mu double face. So if I do that at your post, what do you expect me? What should I expect from you? I should also expect a nasty response from you.
That's it. Because they cannot do that. You know why? Because it will be a balul failed lad. It will be responsibility mental like balonli. Ke bari on balonli. We have opportunities to can MPP. So it will they are good citizens. But you see,
whoever is employed by one area council,
can you imagine?
Whether area council is delivering or not, he or she will defend the chairman of area council with his or block. Whoever is hired by KMC, whether KMC is doing good or not, he or she will defend the mayor of KMC with his or abroad. Whoever is hired by Brikama area council, whether Brikama area council is doing good or not, he or she will defend the chairman of Brikama area council with his or abroad. The same thing applies to the chairman of Ase. The same thing applies to the chairman of Kuntawood. So Gambeno has an interest I call it protect, but one data he or she will go after that.
The Gambia politics is absolutely nothing.
I saw 20, I saw 2025 and 2026. I saw for me to connect the dots as far as the Gambian political arena is concerned. I tend to back with the support of my wife, Metonya from model. She's behind my breath from politics. She's the one who's been advising me to take it easy as far as Gambian politics is concerned. She's the one who was worried and concerned about the way Gambian politics is concerned. Go ahead.
No more Lavinda. No more than you know. He know me way back in Shokota, you know. I know him, you know. I know him, you know. Not didn't want to, you know, Shokota. But he had a fun brainwash, you know. But he's a real guy. He's a real, absolutely. He talks good things about you, Sana. Sana, you are brilliant. Sana yenye lone wallahi billahi. I can develop.
One thing wrong. Talking about Konomo, I somebody I'm into call. No cooking, not attempt to cooking when it comes to politics. I have to be honest.
Yeah.
No cooking, I attempt to cooking when it comes to politics. And coming from more what I'm going to call new political offending teller. New UDP offending teller. I body the new tema. I hormone in Bunya di new tema. More big many along. I think I've been yakes on Yamna Lowka, more will be Yaman. But because of my involvement in because of political, I body out in Jaman tema, mashallah. Mashallah. No, not back because Dolbeje, Mafa Fisaram body was it. But because of near political corner, your body have fanye, your body have fasa elotanye.
Sana, I'm very influential. Yeah, visit the fang. You know, I fully remember Fendundina tema pertaining to a mobile song ka kimoe dulato me alam ko just a UDP ngo emalon fan no fa. In an malam but just because of political. He talks good things about you. And ila greatness. Ila heart for the
Mark, okay, I'm going to this man, I'm gonna say this man Lamin Dabo. This man can call. Well, I can message you Kenya. No special dua create and way.
He's a fanatic UDP so far. Very fanatic for that man. Nothing no.
When to call from France, Akonye, Mboka Fitiro Salimon Due.
Listen.
Parwe audio Kenya na whatever Monfutu. Akonye Namna audio Timoe, Nabalu Kono, the first person in the audio key. Akonye Ndi Musu Bejani after body de la free, many in Kafen. Monfutu Billah or Latala. And that man called me all the way from Farafenye. Okay? So, Namoto Buron Dentara Mobama Jibe for kitty. You said Baba keeping I do one in Kanka, want to no mantra bank if Cliffan and Mojet, Amalana. I need you when I'm the new. Tarado from Bama Konton Sukuta. Bela in Dumola. I do be Norway. I am content when I'm the new jet. A conyo okay, Kumo for Yaman. Banco Cliffan. So UDP in political big.
I know. Absolutely no man. And this is the funny part, Sana. I cannot just imagine. Yaman didn't bend Gambia. Ndela ta Gambia. Yalan te Benjamin. More than I can't defend it in order.
So, Gambia in 2024, we were having a small meeting, and then I was talking. But this is a great opportunity for, and then I met Shehu Shedini for the first time. They were like, "Are you serious?"
Wow, amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Big Shehu Shedini. And UDP even media more bigger than many nyala. Up to now.
Tonya. I sense my, I like Nintara Gambia. I'll have to attest to the fact that the only reason Mayatina to show up when after 2016 election or Kafinti, 2016 year after 2016 December, they landed Gambia in January. Ngamanga ticket was a regular Gambia in January. That was the first time. No Roma involved a political double yadro. And I mingle with people then what on in ex-wife that I live for an So very much like Kotake and so not the next secondary okay to the humanity. Both said he can call me. Well sometimes ni angamamberea. Both said he can call me. Akonyeko mark. Akonyemba try kana kafuta mola family la swolo kono. Momola family vidame kafuta like a konto. Narela parents will be whatever man you left a kafuta in your konto. Sana, this was my emotional moment. Bring a diamokmas a political time, you know. That statement touched deep down at my emotional part. Ngombojeko, Nkandila Urural be father journal and a long time ago. Ngabar na broke in the Gambia, neither friends or number in the FJ. Ngabar in the Falcana Gambia. Sana, this was the most important part in the whole of the stories bring us to the Kadia. So, you know, when things change, it took me some time to make my own decision toward certain things because of the past. You know, just it's very small things like what happened in the moment respect for the rest of my life. But because of certain things I can lose everything for that matter. Okay. So this was very important. So but in the after Mbojina Nake Moti me along, I am somebody to meet Honorable Luadaba for the first time. Because I Absolutely. Saliman Jai, for this, and then Saliman Jai, because he's very stubborn. I don't want to get into. Can you imagine this? It's only one time. Nsingo dundanga dabala koda danyin cross kadu. Ufang konto wato le sita mboji kumanda kukumada konto. I speak about this. So I'm going to improve nin davu beta domore o kwate kela la abadan. Nga mfinta na wala nyama suwa. That was the first time to step my feet inside that compound. Because ndeka feel the pruning davu nyake nality. You understand? If I shake my hand with him, I became emotional for whatsoever reason is best known to me.
That reminds me about the most emotional part in Savono throughout my political career.
Yeah.
During one of my visits to the Gambia, and I went to the party leaders president, which is a customary thing to me. Panimang Nsingolo Gambia, and Fanim party leader Mantara but then I will never go to Gambia without visiting that old man or without going there to say hi to his father. No,
right.
But the most emotional part, one of my trip in Karaje, Alamuso, until my Nabisiri Kachala, Kuniko, cook in Nata, and left a nine at a jam. I fit in tomorrow.
Wow, amazing.
I collect in tomorrow. I know where to talk about my yellow, or MM numbers of number dealer. MMA yellow, more dealer, maybe somebody. How until my another family still values these victims, well, many alongo, ya jama will look good, well, many alongo will fata, you deeply, well, sofata, will Gambia Afonso. Then I make it upon myself to visit all of them almost. With Gambia, I plan to make a documentary about it. But at the end of the day, Nimul Kachara, not a man for no understanding. Well, I think due to their privacy, privacy in your respect. Because if I want to go deep inside, I didn't need a Kachara Minnesota, I didn't tell them, I'm going to come dollar privacy in totally. Because I remember, even when I want to take a picture with the late Sukai Dahaba, I didn't
That was funny. If I feel like there's no place like home. Let's come back home. UMC. There's no home other than UMC for me now. What do you think?
I'm going to go at the end of the day, I'm Gambia political, I'm done with it. Gambia political, I've given up on Gambia. Yes, you know, most of the me along go, Mafala, and don't UMC in the table. I don't want to Mafala. I don't care how people will feel about it or how they will react about it. I don't care how people will feel about or react about it. I will say, I don't care how people think or feel about it.
In life, it is going to be very hard for people to trust you. People like me, nobody want to trust you. You know what? I don't mind about that. But Sarah, I am UMC today. I am UMC tomorrow. Because many mom left might be. For the fact that
to be honest and straightforward, that's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely, that's how life should go.
The reason why I'm saying this, I don't need any recommendation from any top brass for me to associate myself with UMC. For the fact that the injustice in Bakelekan when there was no UMC. The injustice in the Bakelekan toward Talib when there were no UMC. And I will still continue to fight that injustice. And that for being the reason I am still UMC. You understand? So what injustice party is going to be fight? I'm going to killing that one. You know. So Me associating myself with UDP for the past 10 years, it has nothing to do with a position. That's what Mark Yane need. A recommendation. That's what I need within the party. I don't need it. This is why I decided to operate myself independently. I blatantly refuse to mingle in any of the political rally, group of associates in Europe here entirely, because I refuse to be micromanaged. I refuse to be controlled like a remote controller. I refuse to be brainwashed by interest group. I refuse to pursue an interest group agenda, and I will continue to challenge any misinformation. I will challenge you. Very
important, but at the end of the day,
this is it. Yeah.
Many as from being life.
Well, I mean, tribal bigotry sentiment, the tribal bigotries, rhetoric solvent they can see them to use to pursue their personal and the interest group or interest. Kunu mobile kono be among the tribalism, but nabodala kono be tribalism nonsense. Programme political bina interest la monela kotege. When the political campaign started, wala na moleka tribalism identified. Wala ni la tribe became important. But ni pareda silanka futu. Isite osido nyini, there was no tribalism. Nibe masakunda position of Bebulu. Masakunda la molbe tribal rotiki kela against the opposition. Ita maniga ne okatara siro la delivery took because you don't want to speak ni speak the Bible because of ila interest la neti gilaji. Gambia dingo nyante tambila wala le sang. The brain was part. We have to forget about that. Gambia dingo na sonanka si imu mandengati wo, imu fulati wo, imu simoti, ibe batari wo wulankono. Politician or canalo, ika sequel dunda tulokono, ikale kungol tinya because of ila personal interest ol ben bije, and ila selfish interest ol, ika fo itebe wala mo nentebe sonna wala je. Ni lafta fudu lete ta sidol fudu, ni lafta fudu lete ta fulol fudu, ni lafta fudu lete ta surwala fudu, ni lafta fudu lete ta jolal fudu, jolal be mandin kol fudu, la fulol be mandin kol fudu, la sarakule be mandin kol fudu, la mandin kol be sarakule fudu. Was sama dolal men be alon be siru wulan kono be batare. Nation of Ikanai Kala Brains at the current area.
Alama fanya falialamu konanteya hasidiya ani arrogance mi alon ko akatara modiso ko na badiso domala
Ebrima ka bandere okay.
Example dalam famala bi intala koda fula koda sara hule koda ani surwa koda fana wala intala koda wala tema
Amanda enjoy.
Mbala karola mandin ko mundi.
Yes.
Wal nakko fulol ben karadola. Sara hule ben karadola. Fana ben karadola. Andu mantra fan kandola jan. O fana be nyaati wala. Ala dimba be kana jiwe bi na solo ko.
Great.
Fulo men mbara. Nani silo. Fula muso be fula ke membra ya la muso. Ti moya la muso ma nyala je. Suto talan saba aran ko dala kon ndo mani mbama kota mondrina sera di mata ko ni ndoma ani mbama suto talan saba wala wulte moto use yo flow na la muso samba de tano do plala muso ta wolo bilika ma do tano sara hulo men bambala je wa sara hulo mero nyi ngate sara mbama
Continue minasa.
Ni mbama de wunda wala mbama e kema kucho do ko sara hulen mero lo wale otabe intel wabe gara wala le politician la o tema do busumbala iko to man ni ka fula kodani sara hule kodani fana kodadu ni nyoto when wala daily life depend on each other.
This is it.
When wala balu wotani that depends on each other. Ndaba ma be dame o tema do o sara hule mero da mala siata dije o fana ko da ko ning tingo ni musolo mutate wala men nata musu ya ko do fana le mutide mama musula kam ba ke nyonya bale kana mbama ko man o fulo min be mbala ala musolo fula ko ko le men sombo ini mbama ka dabal nyokolo fula ke woni bama kana sin na koda dala kana nim bama kana kacala nga bama fa to nyanka fa ko atel itene nyika kacala nyanya ka nyomo nyaade kay de mon fula taw moy nim fada man kam moy nyama nga fula ko nyanka dabal jokono not all thing ka defal na area la gambe area be bo wala nyama be siri nyoy wala nyama or many be fal yala just like this Mohamed Dabo min na de la platform of the Ceesay ka fa ko yaya he cannot even spell a simple word just ignorance in him. It is false. Spell. So ni mo si bale asabu iba ni kataki kam.
Sara mo nete ko wala comment jibe. Ya ente ko comment jibe no. Ya ni comment de ka jibe.
Drama di baba Gambia nyabe. Abe Gambia political ko nyabe. Hate him or like him, he's famous. Everybody know him. O fama ani afama mem fanan fata. Amenke iba madi bala ko dam makanti. Community nyaadon ko mati birikama. Al mamul mati birikama jida. Itu ko loya da mo nyata tala sangoto. Iba madi baya disable loya da be tala sangoto.
Desan.
Iba madi baya disable president baro tala sangoto. Iba madi baya disable taliban sula tala sangoto. Iba madi baya disable Mama Kande, Esa Fall, Halifa Sallah, Sidia Jata, Suemo Toure, all the important people in the Gambia who let a family song control disab. So say it more kumal ni benteje, imagine a blow di lañol. Imagine a conton. Talib manina blow da loya da wala da manina blow di talibla. Wala da table blow di Esa Fall ni benteje. Wala Esa Fall manina blow di la Mama Kanza ni benteje. Wala Mama Kande manina blow di la Kaber ni benteje. Ita kana wote ko wosia, ite fansu scenario narrative fota. Ite fit nyame ay emotional fit nyame iko balande wala nyama wala kadi ka safarote ay ta fit nyame ko balande wala nyama wala tiaji nyame ko ay takala wala nyama alma ale ngi solo ku way alma ale konnante ya ko ngi solo kono inen te ya dun solo kono
amin allah ya
ay bisma du ko ni makam misil mayat
amin allah ya rabbi
sana in one way or the other but ala de maru man to do batandi because inte ya kente la jande ben programme wol staff da man kana programme on bem namra big jolem wala penka todo sa jawla nyana o screen so la nati to madie bulu so maka bo na raje man ni kadum wala na nyolon ne ya even friends on Facebook ana ba dum bulle Italy nombale
I am telling you
another platform model ay tribal sentimental safeje tu wastalib nkako boy ay ni sifal bula nkako atel sifal ka sabe ka fantel UDP ko mo man ka podet wantel UDP ko tribalist nkatel man nga bosol fong dole kanal kany mo nyal geten yo pata ya kuntu ya sa ya te nyame ay fit nyame ila standard le nyame itata TikTok
wala e go de ka fo
wala min ala yo fi joda malala moy wala yo pada malala moy ko sana hayna ka nyom mandi ko fawon
sana yo this same thing maje one Mr. Namole yinde Mr. Senghor Ceesay lamin Ceesay fana ka wala fajako imaje atafana o part nyina la moy instead of going and listening entirely toward that conversation only atafana ka ko coming it found in the capital como along is going against Talib, it's a tribalist, something like that, tribalist people,
No, do you know how so many people call me? That's what they want call me along ko. Na long UDP come like na la nga go mit nyamente. Na nyim fana long UDP ko tenne.
Yeah.
Nde nyata ni nako yang appreciate le. Nyata ni nako yang tonole e kam batandile. Bo fana ayen appreciate maybe because in kilometer UDP no wala sab. Mark, manyin ken long ma bod la long. Ala number fa tambul na contact messenger de. Ilim stara Gambia. Nkai be min tola ko nyem fele bir kama marso ka wafi ko woldo. Nana moto mo lan tara fa bir kama tara fa be wafi ro da ben tata je. It just to show my appreciation to that individual just because of a fan trust nyame. Not only that. Nyanta men bonde na poso ko mo def kafo na dile ko ali ni ka fias.
What is?
But because of our boy, instead of calling me and talk to me, I message you, I'm so disappointed in you.
Yeah.
Then who cares? If you're disappointed in me, went to Tora Munela, thinking who I am. Man ka wotu mbekala wotu leba. Ni dia man ta mun sungolti. Anu nda man ka sungolti, ben takala sungolti ba. Wala ya ko sana mun sungolti, anu ida man sana je sunya ro ben takala sungolti ba. Wala ko sana ya muta nyinala. Anu ma ke wala ben takala ba. Ka ko who cares? Ta yelom politiko ne lom politiko ko na. Ye kano tandina na kayo nyinjo. Ta wata banta case close. Ko di Gambia. Na ala tendo ay so hakilo na maturity ta da manding. Tan ko ben bad side soto le. Men mon lo ngien jamu nyamu ka sana kam fale sana sagaratal. Sana kam ne kam fate.
Sana, let me tell you one thing, Janikata. Ila hadamadin sangar limba. Jama bijanga ne ka Senegal. Wala ya moje imamellong at fe adiam nyala fatiate fe. Yamira ko mo sangara ringolem. Wata nala nature, these are two different things. Alanganie ni Senegal rimba. Like
Mr. Government, when the menti, wala jamra elo na malong because I sana jaju dolo long.
Elamin dabo ni hale bara akatu connect la connect after AG. Ela
sana jaju dolo long.
Ela Africa de
I sana jaju dolo long bodo. I know you. I know your family. I know both your brothers and sisters. Blah blah blah. Are you for real? Do you know me? Are you not from Kenaba? First of all, point of correction. I am on you meant to want. I know not of Yajet. I have for the amount of mental body, Franjan Bokia, Talaman Takawan Bokia, what all is I told. Yaman. About Bokia. When you will not come for the uncle Tanila. You are because you are half manding. You thinking that I'm half manding, would that make me half manding?
Yeah, because of your surname, right?
Yeah. But let me tell you one thing.
We get try like a reconnect drop. Seriously. Ebe bola pejo kana completely yamoronan ngananganeta.
What can I understand? Mbari konon to alimbama pakil fat. Mbama la yonga brother. Pakil fat but kono kilo kono. Ever since the coalition of sit and shine table. Ever since I don't know about fasa. I don't know about profong. I could you can so kono. Baro kunda sukuta sato kono sukuta nema. Family be mabe de jamba wan be mabe je. Where to bamana barin kola bari yatinya.
Yo, amantinya.
I continue. So many are like kata mol noma. Wala ko mo mali thinking that ko harma dum new be tele bulu nka do jere no jawno ma nka am ko fa ning kare new be kare la bulu ba ni otala to mo do kata after someone. Do you know the reason why I post that post just recently? If you are not okay with my post, or if you don't agree with my post, just stay away from it. It's very simple. Because munamo, unka post ke.
Tell us trouble. Nobody provoke. Maybe kitabudi wala, but inya kasi wala.
And you expect me to shut my mouth? I don't know. Muka comment mono posto. Muka ta mono posto ne na ko you are a liar, or you are a hypocrite, or you are a double standard a player, or you are a
ngeta ko tegete laminda, ngeta ko tegete.
Ngeta posto. Nibe nyo felale, nibe nyo sana welale, or ben opinion expression. Bin kana no long time bero longo. Intara mono post nyim comment gently atonye. Nko nyimo yala post ke amandi yanye. Let me stay away from it. Nyimo yala post ke ayindi mi nyaonya fongi soka ndani. Let me stay away from it. Ko nyintara la post nyine from fen fo jenaye di mi don tre ton. So say tele jumati wala la ambassador tele jumati ya expect ko bi tele post lo. Yen disrespect because you don't like me. Or because Yamera ni mantra particular, or because many UDP and UDP. Well, I shall be attack like and you expect me to let you go like that?
Yeah.
Near name be balan near name or near funding.
No, I can mention a commodore car what a kian keneva, you know. Okay, what Sana is not part of Kiang, you know. So not daily struggle like Kianko, Kiankula attack, you know, the form of a jana. Na RPG and Bamba.
Kianko kilinda mala kola kasabun ka kianko sutura wala mo. Kianka kilindo na sabu nga kiankol sito ba no de kiankol mbele mbekul me wala nya kiankol la ko de tole ya madad la folo dala nya men kese
no but there is struggle at the way
kiankol mbele sino la so kiankol mbele sino la so sera di ma mon kiankol de and more importantly
eko sera di ma ga kian
abama na de mbita muso di melon ko ayen kanule malam ba nya men kanule ko adi ngo bangulu so wadama ya sabule mbokati yankol mano
sera di mania wala ko adna sa mu kiankol de sana I will give you a Kian nationality sila sa al Kian diplomatic passport
no adele tere nala bala at the end of the day I make her to naturalize to become a badibunga
no
she's a pure badibunga she's a pure badibunga and a very proud badibunga
no oka ke jasana oka ke jang you know ntonga jele nina Gambian American musoli furina neta si America. He can naturalize that they became a citizen of the United States. So it's a naturalized that okay. I'm just on now. Yeah. Sera di ma fonso pa.
Ala fonso ndawla abama do mbita muso da mala sa mo kiankol ba malo dalal.
Ngo. Musa se de konge content for being
when kanule so mo jafa anda fam ko badi bunkol to nya ko because of ndafana fam ko badi bunkol to nya.
Ngo Musa se de konge.
That's how I'm connected to my in-law.
Musa Sediko, akunge content for being the crown king of England.
Okay, Musa for the cooking don't have done it. I like bet you be Manchester Fasa or abata.
No, after 20
Manchester Fasa abata. He's so good for that.
After 20 years of struggle, you know.
How about Manchester City waiting for 40 years? Manchester United fan. Yala Musa fan after mola kita falina le. Yala nina sabi ka ko Manchester fans are more serious than the players. They are very serious than the players.
No, I was very fanatic Manchester United supporters, but more full of the bula Manchester supporter no. David Beckham, Paul Scholes.
But man, ina bang ka bayan fang support niya mayin jakal.
Yeah, no be yellow local. No brother. The virus, I love this football club, you know. The mentality. Ikana fanama football club or club so na manke Chelsea.
I
say Kamojani Kelsey la kola e Kamojani. Anu ita kuja.
I'm sorry nela kata do bulu but the only reason imagine kianka food mo daily stock na dance of boko thanks to my sister-in-law.
No brother and daily.
The sister na ko fasin na na ke badi buko da na dela mo munchang ko dal kalpanan de brother.
Oy keken do la brother le na daily mo na brother le ti no.
And then I love his maturity not because I love his maturity in politics and I like the way he deals with people in politics.
No,
I hope he will keep it.
Absolutely. Never. Na atra cool baby tell you. Patana diploma in call and konya kongala na sila akonya blood is thicker than water. So mekala crossfire nyinkela but understand what this is politics. That's the highest level of maturity, you know. That's kekendo, you know. For that being the reason, I absolutely respect and honor him, you know. So
the only thing that you didn't tell us so far, Mark, your connection to Nyomi, we don't know. Governments need to know your connection to Nyomi because
Nyomi global citizenality. So, but in Nyomi, Nyomi like King Solti, Jarankol they have Jarankol nyanda tax Jorantolelia. Jara found, in fact, Jaraga tax Nyomi Mansala be time moment, Baramansa. Jarankol beka tax Jola, or Jarankol tend to like and appreciate Lano because near Dogunilla. Adama baro kana Gambia tax abuse te nyama nyomi fana be jara abuse kanu wala nyama so jara golden.
So how about your former brother in Nyomi? Anu namu protestor be credit because Allah the most important commodity mental economy someone adabara na money singolo kanda.
Well, yala ning masakunda kutonata 2026 mbetaimba legalizing la Gambia. Adamabaro into the economic sanction online meka. Ita fa kala jarang kul kanya mame ne yama jarang kul me promise kula ba.
No yalong italing kukili bila kwaldo inin kyankol la suti agla falan kyankol ye saune dale ko sinyo saune so kyankol la fana ya sabu jaram kol man ila kol man dumba ko rek wo nyama
okay ngala nin kianna nebo ni ila to advantage le nyala to defend jaranga parate kila nyana jannaki no
fo musa sedi dim men yo be ku ya nyimu biko ko wala ba sahil ya lankan wala mbila na talota ayo woni ado barol na ta
ila ke yo very good padra me fele
wanyam na wakenya ni ado barol na talo nyam na shuti anyola muk nam na kinyo fa wala am alaji to him definitely
well sa it up 2016 and 17 imanda ado barol kondo state house
baro tamo baro isa baro But baro isa baro so okay ndata bala nawla del beo safara ndo baro isa baro we all defended him but ma kana history sama nanja lafta ji kula la leta do to kan dem and kana don't bring the whole world again that time baro isa baro
ara langa model je yala mo njela
nyanda be kana nyim politiko but I think emotional in Kampala ka dol samba to level me alon ko tinyaro me alon ko is going to be beyond repair because ma tinyaro do tinyara modo le ku fontema modo be me alon ko netros ne ko modo le pomma do be ne ko kamol mo do be ja fitata ma I won't be able to trust those people anymore
wasana nkajira fonga kumbo yala
modo be wallahi billahi kala nyano yan ko mandi kafiro la nte yan ko le no because me la family ma me tonye nan kuma fo me ya fako sana jayu ina foma just because of our difference in politics or my opinion is different from their opinion dole kala kamba lankan dole kumul foma dole mbamane I will never forgive them for nindu dana kaburo billahi wala
I believe it's
Baka Traore for example wallahi billahi tallahi no
Baka Traore
ani baka priya sala I will take a car priya for me to forgive that man.
You're an ending on Chicajana Bang. Can't stress all away.
So,
is that?
I will never forget that man. I will never forgive that man.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, but we do have some much people also in politics. You know, people like Boralamis, people like Minkiangani or Danso and others. We do have a lot of major people in politics. You know, so I don't know what kind of 95% of this brouhaha, 95% of this tribal wars, 95% of bullying, 95% of this personal attack is only on these social media platforms.
I know. Love the man reflecting on the
on the ground, they're living nicely, you know respect, you know bunya, no tole yala fake way body yatinya
I'm telling you
no dole je yamira malong fa kuma pati ya famu alalti ba fa muta malay ko tiba yamira nata men bi do ko fale aka mena fa sefe I will come and deal with you I'm coming to deal with you I don't forget about you you know njibe na jela ko ñu yamira ko if he talks about you or if he comes after you you will die or you will lose everything in this life. Why try to get a class number at a month? No, it's not. You know, it Musa said, I think you guys are protected because I'm emotionally down, and then I have to respect my family opinion for now. I understand, is I'm gonna cover, but I trust my family opinion. Stay away from.
Sana, I totally understand whatever decision you made in this Gambian political issues. just do it without any hesitation. The reason why I injelta janna fo nyaje bota, you know, ya ninjelta bake, you know, nyaje kabona, you know. Ngamira di ngafo ko komen kata State House kata arabaro visit. Ngamira ne modole la ni modole nyanda talan, you know, State House ne ngaba.
Number no time kalamutale. I no time kalamutale.
No, so do not call no. What are division of a cake and demanding? Division of a cake and demanding. This time around, you know, it's I will know only two people. You know, Bamamas was there, and then Ebrima Sane of France. Ebrima Sane of France.
Your first lady put on the line. Time I could get whatever I want from State House.
No, that.
Anytime I go to Gambia. But come on, man.
Oh my God.
Sanajaju is a betrayer. Sanajaju is a malam or fake mandinka or
it's just bogus nonsense. No, you brand me anyhow you wanted, a fake mandinka or nonsense mandinka. Let's get. Then I'm coming for it. State House. Some do organize this one, but there was a group also. Mealago is from UDP. You know, Bama and Ebrima Sane was there. No,
this was in 2017.
Yeah, what a division on you. So there are a few people and very important people who don't talk about it because I still have high regard for these people. You know, Burkadaga division on in discourse here. Sana, I blatantly refuse. You know, the current situation of Benjamin, Adam Baroni UDP chairman. Why do I have to go to State House to saw Adam Baron for what? Because of what? Recommendation, probably position, probably even they manipulate to go there. And an entire NPP or time, I'm going to be very extremely wild. You know, the politics is so absolutely.
Maybe it'll force one month or
no. I'm telling you, Sana, I was so fanatic. Time for Adam Barola ambassador. Sana, I was so brutal, you know.
Baro youth movement.
You see how arrogant I was in that group.
I don't want to mention name, but I didn't find madam.
I am telling you.
People that this Baro youth movement.
I did not lend the back down on the model tell me about the youth movement and Morocco, and this is crazy.
No, okay. So with your permission, thank you for again. And I want you to challenge me on this. Yeah. Okay. It's because of Magdane. We have two important close people to Adam Baro B.
Yeah.
UDP found it. UDP facade.
Right.
Even though Adam Baro is their uncle or Badingo, and another UDP told UDP has a coalition of it, but when UDP facade is because of the Magdane B. Those people here, UDP start to endorse.
Right.
UDP Baro from Barino, Amadou Sane, me
I was so stupid to an extent because of the love of the country.
For the love of the country, and then you want a better country for
I'm blocked later part, you know, but that's fine. I like the boy, he's brilliant. He was pursuing his education at that time. The boy absolutely needs, you know, he need to get in, you know. So and then so nothing else okay. So what contact?
But the good thing is that nobody can still bring that video or evidence or audio. You're carrying when you carry, you are the first passing for a may bunch of t-shirt print and sponsored.
It's just no, Gambian in terms of personal interest. So there's no friendship. Any most close now Gambia position of Beninila, and then this is going to be the only opportunity to better my life. Sana ika moja to an extra mile. They can even go to extra mile to damage you in order to achieve that. No way. I have a very good level.
The country will go to state house. Well, Tatale, MPP Ankabi, the position on the JB, put a diplomat to Okono. If an Tata halfway, the motor and back to UDP, but will be your mental will make it will be UDP Ankabi. So, but at the end of the day,
I like Lavin Fofana, as soon as Fofana or Tadala, Fofana Kappa, yeah, well, like Gamanon in position. Fofana Kafanya Magana Billahi Walla Ninga UDP Jamfa Akabama La Quonian Nord. Being all your local Kuma for UDP. UDP Jamfa. I don't put it all to the passing. Go Fofana. Land Fofana denominated National Assembly Café. Being all your Kata MPP La Tuta Jetumam and National Agenda they call a promote. Inca Silent Afco Tonato is this real. No for party daily. I'm talking so for no file and Katako on Kaiko. Kind of come on the phone. Yeah. Akmoja. Kind of come on the phone, if audio, if YouTube, if Facebook, when I'm going to get a better forever. Nta kuma kama ni alasonda nta repeat lo kuma kuma tanke konde mo kodenge nke do anke tinya nta bari na opinion no woni mo le opinion sa fata no ni mo se tara no kafu kilin le opinion le fata ni mo se tara kafu kilin ni la kanu nak san kanu ita man kanu wala ita san kanu man kanu no I have the right to my opinion wanta lola dan ko mo ni ko la da wo musanolti la da wo mu wolti la da wo beta dale kana lo ko ngi kafu mo le ko la da wo mo beta la da bakrete ntolo la dum kurun kafu mo ko Talib Bensuda is the golden boy. Talib Bensuda is the future. Bina na lo ngaf mo liko. Is a betrayal. Wala na ro mati. Wala man ka bangu dingo fonti. That's sickening.
Mo me alon ko amama kewo amon ka fa fonti de. Amama kewo wala nata Gambia. In the early 1900s. Mafo in 1920, 1950, 1935 in the early 1900s. Ama mkeo na Gambia. Ama mkeo ajuma la futu na former president
Bari Muso.
Sadaula Kairaba Jawara Bari Muso ay wala futu.
Wodingo na wulu Gambia.
Wala nata
I dingo
wulu. Wala nata Ahmed Bensuda wulu. O Ahmed Bensuda wulu da Gambia sata wala kono. O Ahmed Bensuda bi wala nyin Talib Bensuda wulu. Talib Bensuda bama boda minto. Drame kanyi. Eko woman narito man don natalo woman sunalati woman yana sila banko ka. Bi da magdane ninta ni mondol men kafo. Ite bi ni ko duwe ka man ka jamanoti. Se yelo balo jana se so.
No, ni mon konte de mon jamon de jambe kuma fole. Hey, Mr. Singer.
Wala ka president ti jam, wala ka senator ti jam, wala ka deputy ti jam. Se jari nam fanfa.
Mr. Singer, do not be so emotional. Sa number nga Mr. Singer nying address. Mr. Singer, Lamin Ceesay Momoleti me alango. I have a very good rapport with him, and he's a true UDP supporter. And he absolutely tried to defend Taliban Sudan when there was a divisions. Lamin, do not be so emotional to go against Musa. Musa, we can differ with opinions, but we cannot make, enmity within ourselves. And then the reality on the ground, these are two different things. You are pursuing your goal, ibe damante bela goal in pursue kind for your, personal development. And this is quite important. Likewise, Musa is also doing these things. The politicians are back in the Gambia with the intention of making Gambia a better, place like Europe and other things. So Ndolama can to an emotional to an extent to go so extra mile against one another. Musa is a brilliant guy, and he did tremendously for the past years. So I'll nga try I can be so provocative, but I cannot go to that extent, So let's take it easy. Sometimes you became so emotional because look at this. You were killing in so many Gambians, Moza. This is the guy I have so many good rapport with him. He's an absolutely brilliant boy, Lamin Ceesay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very brilliant and good advice. I hope I may look more well. Yeah, but like I said earlier, at the end of the day,
he's a brilliant
you know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was raising a very important point before, and none of them. Therefore, I'm chilling you with Ladona. If you want, I can bring the video where Dabo even personally mentioned in 2021 election of this is going to be my last presidential elections. And then he was challenging everybody. Nobody dared to challenge him. Then he was defending Talib. I'm quite important with that. So what may I this stop in tribal rhetorics may and politician or use during the campaign time to shoot their agenda because they are looking for a bigger position. Let us not do this. When they are getting married, they go and get married to other tribe, which is quite different from being a Mandinka. So I can ask them why the politics, this tribal politicking, Akada start at the time when they need the highest position. So this is the people. This is the people we have to be very careful of them. There are Mandinkas in Adamawa government. The sitting Jai blatantly went out and spoke silly things about Mandinkas. The Mandinkas are still there, protecting their personal interests, their personal monetary. They will never resign to denounce sitting Jai issues. They were Mandinkas.
Near National Assembly B,
even when they will support sitting. They will vote sitting. So they were Mandinkas in Adamawa government in the highest position from both home and abroad in foreign services. The mobile force. Uda another discussion statement. Katandini Sido Lako. Alkana so mandingo ke president of Bangkok, Nalaketa president of Bangkok, and they were mandingos occupying government officials positions in abroad, both home and abroad, ministerial positions. They blatantly refuse to resign Kajiko. This is an incitement. It can create tribal war in that country. But they blatantly refuse to resign because they are protecting their personal interests. So our emotions, the politician emotional rhetorics like they try to seek sympathy from the major or particular tribe to shoot their personal interests. Ningambe better every and or family members all in abroad or in provinces. Mandinga Fulajola, Insamadola Balmeni Alonque Biji, Ika loan time 90% of them are suffering. Ibolona Watiban, Bebana Salola Konobi. Adamabarona la family molibe men domola. When minister member position review will be Saji Sifar men Sanalte Jibe. If a Saji men Sanan little less than is going to be more than 50,000 Sadio, 75,000 Sadio. Ibola sanina family bita domola. Ikatul manning gold wala fulul ni surwal many use. Tribal rhetoric solekala emotional nyinta. kali manipulate atul be jelle fala la shokoto bi alla saji bana salomen kanal be le yang sotla falta sotola mnana ni be le yang sotola mnana ni will be 50,000 le yang nyen sanna because ikaje ko manin kol mala faltola wala manin kol mala fi surwala atul be mune balu nya sotola udlata iko yene jibe aje ko you know what these politicians they are fooling us. They are buying 50,000 layama and the sububale janila ka patike. But if I do not tribe you use, I told the battery would learn. Let's think twice.
Very good point. Very good point. A message or maybe it's an indirect message. But a cabinet and the more than Minto, auto political moon, your nene already, more nene, you only more nene, yes, some never put your con, it doesn't matter which one or whatever party you supported. Because you can have for them. I don't about a for soon your Corolamba, for my secondal Corolamba, but I don't about a market ticket or country many be. I some it am be. All baffling it. I don't about fast about.
I'm possible.
All Dingol ni Mama Dingolu, for to Babu the Vegan Melba. You think they will not support Aramabaro?
They will absolutely.
I lay on men Sambia Dimola for Sunyar Corolamba for taxpayers money.
The tax code.
You think that the world in entire generational will be Aramabaro opposition?
I'm possible. Malo for the mobile and start level because not son of an Atalantano. Alamin dabu fana try Montano, so I'm very better start trying. I'm not mobile on a metaman phone sorry start. Maybe that's the reason.
Then I'm for a bee. Can't take a second in the ben, you put on your lap. Take a second in the bendable. On your lap. 2021 cut over Mulanakabi. Monta voters card, you know, because not 21 cut over is
valid 2016 valid. Yeah.
Okay, sign. Need to be UMC, whatever UDP. Whatever NPP le e kon tela ko le dima walante ko fa man dia walante opinion man dia te ite bulli ite attack personally anende sana jaaji man katto fe ite amra kon desana jaaji inde dia mutam bamara bi inde bama e wuru nyawnya in ka katto fe me apa fala wori
o moto nyalde ko ani arabol ka arabol ka wala e toni kila wala ko ding musoni mba dingoni mbati
ndo man in the farmer side, we are 22 in numbers.
Wow.
On farmer side, we are 22 in numbers, including farmer Musufulon. B. Walintela leftantele nyame. Ibem fasa kanya me entros nyame. Ninko kato di mene badi da won. Moment bulli fota wala katte kese mo nim fulola.
Blood is thicker than water.
Moment yende bulli political ko. Tela patio photo or 22 voters card voters from my father's side. That I'm Bamala side.
And in politics, we need quantity. The executive level of Malaka, like voting.
Bamala side. Mashallah, car. Ishara more tansabati. Was Bamala side, Dimusol strategy. I know Dimusol Beni, Dimulem.
Yeah.
Futa now, no Bena Fale. Futa now, $50 di Momo Lotor. When you know, Pelasica Lulu.
Let me see somebody key and Korekeva.
Nia can tell a quote. But more will be a young political. You go after someone and you expect that person's family. Modeling enough on your mom with it. But drawing enough on your Quabe, life la Moika. In a day of plant, come for the fancy mirror tally. You fancy message or you shoot Yaman, you feel comfortable with it. So Yamako tell Yaja Yame, Wale and Mira Yama Bolnyama. Okay, don't you now call a phone and demat life in the Aliano or in that video.
No, brother, Neo get to moment, Ibe this honor, you know, Kian call Bahel and a cook.
I could be a live dono. Money with the Amakan, you could for Ha Sana, I tell about a UDP, I tell a tar, Bama UDP Atakabi, Muso UDP Atakabi, and a family UDP Atakabi. So he tell if I some scenario letter, I should never Yama. Well, if you think my mother is still UDP, that's fine. If you think my family side are still UDP, that's fine. But do you know how many influence I have on those people? Or do you know how I can change them to vote for who I want them to vote for?
Yeah. Almost famous.
Ibukani memira. Na example di la jane bi. Arabaro futa nyawnya mala fa nyawnya lafta ta nyawnya bi. Nyim political leaders sol membe Gambia. Da bolemba. Talib lamba. Mama Kande lamba. Esa Pal lamba. Halifa Saleh lamba.
Delhi. No problem.
Arabaro. Balfuya mira. Men be Arabaro la mosa kunna ko ba domo kambi. Men Arabaro be Sadio Santa meni. Abe men samba kam maka. Abe ko do di kam men. Famara wala family bi wala Arabaro so fa salaba. Ina kanto di la ba because Gambia bi mo bi bara solo no. Mo be na faran.
Right.
It a men ko eta state house. When he left somebody state house wolo. He made somebody state house because after the Arabaro na UDP reconciled. My forgot that state house because after the Arabaro abo ke vice president wala plaso di dabala de. Wala plaso anka bi bole maintain ka do plaso le asaba anka.
Right.
Fama funding keoje mero ko UDP le made fam fa lo ka jiso ko UDP le beje. An bi ya traité ni kala plaso. Be foral. Ay bi ko nyim plaso kan mbadi wala balunde wolto. Na sutro beje kan nganya nyim plaso la. And in the form, I was emotional when that boy did that. I'm not to mention because we have to respect Jordan. I UDP abandon you. Wala kam. Atara baroya. Tamo nyin talib ko fanga bukafo. An ka beba baroya. Anala musa beba baroya. Ka campaign ka baroya. He's even a youth coordinator in his region for NPP. Mina saba NPP. Mina saba UDP bula. Ala plaso abolo ala balwa bolo protect. Ala sutura bolo protect. Dimba sutura dame. Akala alfa sutura dame bolo protect.
Lamenda. Lamenda, I swear, ni tantane among connect. No, member ben ko na en ko la bida fent la en ladol. Ngasana try like I dunya manduno. Na lamin si se try manduno. I swear abena mo bala. Ni mari start. Hanisa kina 1,000 times at the seriously. You know? Sarah, it's all right. It's all right.
When you can't do a struggle dance, it's a low can't boy follow out. Yeah, Yalam can't understand. I come to go. Yaran calling you Yaran go for -1 from their population. Then by the book can go for what? It's -1 from their population. So this is why the population of Kiang is getting. I never go understand. The population of Kiang is getting smaller and smaller. Why we don't regional better Kianella characteristics of there?
Nobody kaje. These are two beautiful, joking relationship between Kiang and Badibu.
So anytime we marry them, we minus their population.
This is the best one. I'm telling you.
She's barely 2 years. So she's the only Badibunga in that Kiagan compound. But I smart a bit. Don't tell me that you are Kianka, you are too nice, brother.
If I'm the Lavenda, but a dobo. See, that's okay.
I really appreciate this time.
Yalan dobo kolum bitanet, Sana, I even went on. I'm telling you, Jami Jara, no, Yalam gonna life chu challenge, Gonna life over chu challenge. I haven't that one ended on time in the Sukuta, Well, I'm leader, I'll tell you. So near life chucha, so double column bitanet, because very bit and need to go to Fadawa Valley, America and our best friend. I the Fadawa, I know, maybe Fadawa, let's see how to Private diesel, I don't know, our best friend. All in Sido boy, Daily struggle ala brother Musunyima Kodal, Anya Fale,
Best friend, I come along with UMC. But again, I know him. I trust him. I believe that it will not. It will
No,
not.
he's very tolerant. He's very tolerant, you know. Morning, yellow sana.
Majority man no for kanyang politiko kono le. Nara realize ko yarapa majority man ay age la.
No.
I learned that from this politics.
Sana
The majority
sana dinding dole very young alone, you know.
Yeah.
I respond to one of the negative thoughts, you know. Adana dinding kende balenda I ain't man na konya ko nintel mutin ben ignore, you know. Akonya ko imanya na certain step nyintala towards certain whatsoever. Ngaya ko, you know what? Akonya ko na tarante me long from the beginning. Ni mona na moy ko kare nyi ne kembelale dala. Akonya, but the person I know from back in the days to now, akonya, this is not you. Akonya nyanda remain na wala nyama. Kai yes, akwa. Kai ngamira kumona sana. You know, this is where I lacked, you know. Emotional damage is very terrible sometimes.
Somewhere, may value is somewhere into you and watch.
Ngandoke bel lese. Kumfongola lese. You know? Back in the hood. So when I find man uncle, yes, Nkailani is genuine man. I can look, Nkafutile jeto leader. Memem folating, you know. I can be very clear to you here. Lawyer double a brother dingo. What are you come on? Yeah. Ndela less.
Namra ya life in the one about video
Yes.
man went after me. And now after me. Now comment section of more than
I know.
To tell you the truth, honestly, my life might be like wallahi tala in the Madana Malamoy, my gibe, any comment you run but people call me. But more for I am called.
Yeah.
UDP still. I'm for the contest on computer life to address Pamodu Bola because people don't Kulbayala more bishop Kulbayano. Then Kulbayam, then do call anybody can wear it.
Yeah.
Come Malabayamun phone call then you call Momo Saduno.
Right.
At time and Sabana Bishila platform, I'm going to start Taisabana national platform and Diam. But more fly and call from UDP, Konye, near Dania Kalin Kilaka. And when I promise them, call, Nali and Jam come when you call draw, I can't trust for not for God. So that means a big thing to me, a lot to me.
Yeah.
But Mama, none of any personal contacts, none of any personal issues, Sina killing Yanatala platform, na interview, and that was in 2000.
No, Sana, let me elaborate. That I called member Kering. I called member Kering and I speak my mind. Sana, you should be very aware of these stereotypes. Niajibe. After Pine from my own I know Pa well before even traveling to Europe. Pananya Europe, I know everything. Para problem in the Gambia message, I know everything. You understand? He was our employee. No, but I need the moment this is a plot against the vocalist in UDP. These are the two people, they wasted their time so much on the media. We have to make sure that we shut them out. Because they have the intention, they are going to use to make a collaboration with these two media houses, a newly created media houses in collaboration with MPA, with Pamodu Bojang, to promote one particular individual agenda to cover up the rest of the candidates. Many are interested to seek for leadership. When they woefully failed, I accuse of Lato. Bring Mark Fontana, Davo Fontana, America, daw fon kabe magyane ko la le modo kay ko stop kana ko nata tere ko data de la ko big. You see that's the rhetorics nata tere ko tuma mena tata ni media ko na la be tinya because they want to silence me. But what they fail to understand that go, I never spoke to Dabo, and Dabo moment kinde and Tinyanta following up for and know the amount with highest degrees of respect and atana opinion on your and nunga memoyala nga for ene ya mo and need continue and I will continue to counter attack them. I see no reason mention te baliwala. And on this interview will create another biggest division within the party, and that's exactly what happens. If they challenge me, I can bring everything under this social media and people will listen. So Sarah, you ain't get to shut you down. This is a premeditated plan against me or you, because Niaji Bentela platform, when I'm talking about the UDP. When I talk on my personal ability, promoting UDP agenda in my platform. Right? I became talkative. My midnight show became famous. The famous London Kunjarola name became a talk of town. So they have to shut me down in order to pursue their agenda. When Yete Jeko, because Niajibeko UDP ko boycott. We boycott party network. It doesn't go well. So when you boycott your personal media members by creating another media within the same political party, you have an agenda within the same political party to pursue one particular individual mayor who is just a mayor rise up. Yajako, look, there's a competition between the two. This is the main reason. And Sana, even UDP leadership is aware of this one. Sana, Niajimbe sit in the platform, can be comfortable in speaking my best speak up on behalf of nobody, but I speak my mind freely. Sana, I sit on very comfortably. And nobody dare to challenge me. You will be shocked. So that's
why I confess to you today. I'm going to go. What time you are controversial whenever you choose to go on your own, and whenever you used to say that you are a one-man soldier. I sense me because nobody is censoring him.
That's it. Sara ninga kangolela natanka kangolela mola mera ka masado nimfata alkiyama nibe kididale bari ngala nimfadande anungara ni dalilo me ati niti left and thing it left and menante okay near ngam foja nimfane alam ala kila. But I don't need, but one thing for number I don't need any validation from anybody, especially what I'm not doing, uninformed militant ideology, commented rubbish on my platform. I laugh because you are not informed. The majority of the uninformed militant are suffering. The stereotype on the media platform brainwashed 1,000 times of the people. So I cannot just come to this platform here. Not you know why? Bela sanala because ngajeko ning Musa said lebenyo sabakam ngajeko the company you have more opportunity to in the same group than Musa said, right? Walangalo Musa is the main issue here, but Musa doesn't even show our interest to become a candidate or whatsoever. Sana is I am backed with the majority of so for future references. This Sana lafta talanyaro kule kela me sana damage no. But the diamond lebe sana the diamond be media and the diamond be ka diamond UDP la brand name la. Who are the most controversy individual? We have to shut them down. So me Musa said both shut down. Me car shut down. Then nga media house will create fundraising in nada. Kamaraba was in the Gambia. Why Kamaraba media was not empowered to cover UDP activities? Why, in fact, the UDP media and TV was not empowered with funds. UDP diaspora be colonial tax to create money to empower UDP TV and media. Wala said UDP TV and media to empower that one to promote UDP la main agenda. Can I make us tell
this is a good opportunity. I'm not gonna go in deep. But I remember time on UDP TV and media. Emphasize Bagolam. More Frosela no Kumola. Mafuela no Kumola. You don't even have to believe in what I said. But never no Kumo for that. Ilatara, Sarahimala Salam. At the end of the day,
now kind of family with document, you know. Daddy Avla, you know.
Realize what for. You have the right also not to trust me or not to watch my programs or not to follow me.
Right.
Right. Thanks to those two individuals, I always respect them for the name of Father. When they call me and ask and beg me not to respond to Pamo. They know that I can do it. I have the capability, I have the means, and I have the know-how, or I know the know-how to respond to him.
Right.
At the same time, Mark, I was so proud of myself that I didn't respond to him.
Yeah.
Not because
No, that was the biggest mistake.
And thinking that my life is in his hand. Because Najele, payback time. Payback. I have never had any personal with Kamoru. The issue is about UDP TV and media. UDP TV and media is not Sanajaju. UDP TV and media is a platform, it's an institution. Illahi wallahi tallahi nka men foja na men ka toñati alman kan ndi tino do aman kan na personal kilo de mineketa amodu la radio bila commencer mambe kering ameta kanne yamoy so bili election mina suti ala in 2021 kono lambe as a media practitioner and as a private radio station I find rise sur le kamo be comme de la radio do whether it's an opposition or a ruling party.
Right.
So malam foi haklo ba kana time la air time o wafi NPP call. Pour NPP call every Sunday if an kana ala radio de kela agenda promote.
Wete ala wato corona tambita la ko. An ko do da corona.
So what time o blayo announce ko ay contract will sign wala program sign with NPP. Pour me alko be kana la jele Sunday ay time will pay for the program wafi je. Blayo sabe wallahi illahi ta'ala I've never said anything about it. But that doesn't get along with 4 days out of UDP even. For the safaro ketene I hope pala o decision on you conduct.
Ngamana in life you can still aware of my life by defending for the Jaula.
Thank you. So
I made a live video against that one as well. Akabudamendo UDP nafiko shara back.
So Pamolu for an tamen for that because na be audio stand lama. Nalo na be ni lamela. Na debate akola. So bilen for the safaro ke instead of going after 4 days as an individual because 4 days are condemned, he went live and start attacking the whole UDP TV media. According to so-called journalists, every Tom and Dick want to be a journalist. I might muna Saji Ceesay from what all muna representative in the Gambia. I will do a mention. I get to a mention. I jara to a mention. And mumu yalki kadi amuna platform oka. I na platform dana kai mbuni. I also came to my platform to defend my platform to point to put him in the spot. Ka condemn.
Yeah.
Nala promo kada inda mallet.
Right.
But for us, you not been the shadow color, not Donyola, or politically not all a mention, or politically I call him your name, or I attack him as an individual. Nimpamo le provocating.
No, that do am a lot of Alabama. But no iron.
I have no issue with him. Nabuka deal, Naka Benkambe from Kadiamu. Nana Bel MC restaurant hotele, toll table. Nabuka Diamonjo. Nama I feel so the Belaboto. Funtana Gambia, year before last. No, last year, none last year, 2025. Ntana Gambia, Ntana broader soul meet at UMC Bureau. One December, Taraje, Nataraje, ni mitaje, yen natal, ya post, how natal jedro. Oh, this is an opportunity for me. Let me go after Sarah. But now macho, among responsible. Now, Yomin Kolo Tabasaba, Pacono para Tapna,
Me police will kill it. Me police will kill it at his law America. Nanyo Taba Fatal. Nimunta economy, the economic crisis level in Bangkok.
Magaya B, Ninka Melo de Kano. You gotta want to see the platform, you want the Alpine, she support. When they have no clue about the community, they support. So Gambero na Kano drug, a function like theater, Italem diamonoti, Italem landingoti, Italem the best passenger. Ninka Melo left them Bena, call a cook and go damage, or a positive pan, a quarter damage. Ninka Melo left him men, it call a cook and doje. And you mala ite mala called and some of the better.
Right.
The builder for Alendema, Matota demanding, no improvement also Carola, no understand Gambero la Carola, no understand Nabancola Carola, no understand from Badu Carola. Unko, let me concentrate on myself, let me concentrate on my family, let me concentrate on my Sarah Dima, my mom, the Balu de Nabe Fala, not Odomo, not Wajini. Not give up on Gambia, not give up on Gambia. Because Anakabi, Pomantela Gambia Yatinya, Pita Gambia Mba enjoy you know, desire not to go to Gambia, what Nasi Jam, Nimbe Faja na Faja, Nim Fajanim for faith as Gambia. But at the end of the day, I will not waste my time, waste my energy. I will not make enemies for myself. I will not create enemy for myself because of Gambia co-sign. Wala party kosa, wala a party leader. I respect all the party leaders, especially when we repeat and fire. I respect all of them. I engage all of them. When you remember cut off fire away, and when you remember family engage do money, when a family campaign do money, make sure the family cut off away from December 20.
Yeah, there is regular. Yeah, the new talent nakabe add can continuously adding. Malum problem you know. So by the way, Sana. But ngana there is struggle at all number bembulu nyari ngala lafta duna but nga connect call kije ba fana afana isaja afana restaurant kunyaro number set. No, it's you can still remain, you know, mba kala connect later there because somebody for one it's just 4 o'clock. So mbada nga yin try ngati try kate add jena ma famala, you know. Afana na kinyola je ngalo the same number is still working, right?
I know you know this already, but believe in yourself. Be who you are. Continue to be a lone soldier. Continue to be Mark Daniel as the same Mark Daniel. That's it.
No, Yamara mba adkana barangama number fale ne no bro nyanda join na nak mba adkam Facebook no mbe adkam Facebook also no na number member bulo be mobile na ko na lo be fala so la obe nyin number la ko be diam kan davente dem brother name call now that I'll pay a number letter. But I want to use the opportunity to call you Slaning Kunjaro and number in but it doesn't work. Mal for a number. I number for in there is struggle, you know. Ghana brother. Yeah. So most what I have more, you know. But anyway, bawa fel san talan nani fana sita ja me dere struggle la commande la domande nak because sara la fela muso le tale bolo so ako fosina no onda da muso busina
apa ga ala mo ko ka ko men ngelad
njala no but what is a bit ya Judy la ikana kiankol ma no but ya le nego huh
ko dina kianga dala musori na the only bad part of it where muso fana mbona kianga ya to science, so that's the bad part of it and man kuno fana
no you are truly bully so it menyine kiambiri also rejele ki you turn to bully them but I don't know
anytime you marry a kianga wife is -1 from that population. So intel bukan badi bunga musuh intel bukan badi bunga musuh di kianga keola. Intel cara itali ke dingol intel ado nyen dingol intel itala population katala. Bukan badi bunga musuh fuduno.
Nabro da ngata yo kene kense men bending kianin jara tema. Ye kene kense di sanala I selote, Yes selo ibo selo le. There is struggle. So unfortunately, Mbaji be kanjane bara mandu noje, Yeah, Sana, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Yes, stay tuned. Hey, there is struggle. Odom baranga rajin lato jono ngaw to jibe, but ninge call ni fesenjala jana it will appear this end. Sana fele dunga tata, Shada. Anyway, I've never tried this one. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 3 good hours. 3 good hours, No, I'm telling you, Sana need to pay for this. Alinyanda Sana Sambalo zero to the in Jara tema. Yalan Jara la mafong is very dry. Asamba ulo kona selo teja bitandu kukeje. If not at a work la, Pila inga Facebook unyinembole ad amantano. Matinge call ni messenger ja. But you know fana battery, Battery is almost at the red line. But matinge call ni messenger la water. Nyendo fana mu Facebook dolet. Nga nyendo mu Facebook dolet. But nga switch to the other Facebook. Until the operation wakaja switch to the other Facebook la, But nga switch to the other Facebook la. Must switch to the other Facebook account. Ni yasang yeso jere. Ni call ni Facebook la sila. Okay, no problem. No problem. Oh, na battery ve alert karne, but in sasarana na. Never remember. Gombele jawo sana da fa ikanne daga tatala hajola, No, I very regret. Nyanda sambala jalan fiante mo ulang kono na selote. Ale tax lakam very well. That's great. Wanyanda kelala. Yeah, man. Yeah, sometimes we have to be realistic in certain things, bro. Because one day it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help. The society in that country is so terrible. So, no. So Gambia betinyakan. I'm telling you, Bango Mantalakure, we can absolutely have a different opinion on so many things, but Nina the reality, GB, the nature of that country, there's only one thing runnable Bonilla no sound. Wallahi, that's the unity. We have to forget about all these stereotype issues. Now focus major killing. We have to end this disastrous government for the benefit of the future generation to come. Period.
Most of the time, bro. Sometimes we look directly. Don't be your provoke. So you be provoking killer. Don't let strategy. They don't know the strategy that they are using. It will kind of provoking indirectly.
Right.
Okay, but moment along they about four kalama kuma hakino ba fasundu ba.
Yeah.
Yes, safaro ke reki mo namari man ke mo de mera stu bita kan go direction women.
Right.
Yeah, Mark, I can agree with you, and I have right to disagree with you, but I think based on the fact.
Right.
Yeah, I disagree with many people. Disagree.
Absolutely. What a banner.
I love having debate with people. Ideal scheme, then agree.
Yeah.
Politely.
Yeah.
Yeah, come like you are one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Then the councilor is one of them, and the Isha City.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do the new captain. Because agree sometimes, but sometimes some can do this against UDP, but I'm not a monkey. Allow like, oh, it's not sensible. It's somebody quick on.
Yeah.
Based on Manila.
Yeah, they deliberately intend to do that because of the political gain.
Yeah, okay. So you see, if I need to Sifa, come you can do something that you could deliberately provoke. Yeah, expect a moment in the react well, that doesn't going to make sense.
Yeah.
Because if you don't react in a way that you can bad feel like Kokamo accused, it doesn't make sense. I won't be there.
Right.
I have right to support you, Mark, but not another rights or can support. But any rights or accused into things that me and
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah, and they go for the only time. They get talent, not a talent support, and they personally.
Yeah. That's right. Never, you can't get more honest like this. I appreciate you no matter what.
Even before mantra support around the commission or what will come and comment commission on which country, even yet still below welcome.
That's it.
But that doesn't mean support.
Now I totally trust and appreciate that one. This is the pure honesty from somebody.
Commission is which one?
That's it. No, this is the high. No, brother. Wallahi, this kind of boldness, sort of, and a pure honest from your heart, deep down your heart. You speak from deep down your heart. This is the highest level of respect I always have for you.
Yeah, because
period. Don't boost around the boost. Yeah.
Based on the other people.
Based on the other side of the story. That's quite okay. That's quite. I became so.
Even last week, of writing for matching completely.
Yeah.
I was not talking about mantra diamukamola, Allah movement or not from people, not another topic.
Right.
But there are people also many along will keep provoking directly, put a react. One thing in the system or
very good. It is the best way for your mental health. Yeah.
Because near you make it a formula will be the same thing. So at the end, winning ticket.
Yeah, this is it. What I'm never seeing a model is a comment to an extent.
Blood brother.
Look, you cannot buy it. You cannot stop that one. Yeah, you mean for the beauty part of it. inasisiali debate you find your at the end of the day. Men kumata je wala nyindi. The bloodline, which is more than anything else. Yeah. No, don't even get there. This is my point. Yeah. No, this is my problem. I can because sometimes sometimes I deliberately try to provoke people. There's some. I know, but yes, no, don't be call a comment in killer insult like Umar Bunyol, not deliberately and I don't pay your guy insult. No more do be or a very terrible comment less of an whatever. I just delete because I don't want to respond to the same negative thought while I insult. Especially na at parental level. Now you got this guy Mantelong and the moment I was very close to him, but I fake account like create because he refused to come directly. But I mistake also to it. I page in create to create that paging, and the real name was up Piatale, and then the other name you are a fake name in Kijinko. Look at this silly guy. Just last week, the name will be like just from phone. Yeah. Yes, seriously. Yeah, I'm not able to do that because it doesn't know even my relationship to phone. Oh no, it must be born there. Gambia is nice, huh? No, Gambia, yala no kweko. Ika in stereotype menjete. Na innocent people remember Banco. Daily struggle, we have to speak to them to understand go. This political tone is quite different from the reality immensity bulokono. Now, brother, there are so many terrible political tone carrying to brainwash the masses to get what they want. When they succeeded, when masses will become zero. I don't know about you, win the my mom is from Phony. Yeah, this is it. So I can't bring the Bama with a Phony. You did some part of your life in Phony. Most of the time, because yeah. They won't still believe it. And I go against you. No, Jamabi because no, you can always agree with me, but in terms of from the beginning, blood is thicker than water. You know, kicking in the personal, I different land and calm down. Let's rock. Guy crossfire, don't mind about it, you know. That's natural, you know. So it moja matelo name for mo this is not possible. How can that be possible? One thing about me, not life movement, yeah. Life move for people, not life, even the community. Even 1 year. Marangana charge and that no far away. Yeah, understand. Even 1 year, it's a will I have once and I can disrespect and life big on. Oh, I have like see the man. Oh, I keep a barring. Another was from the life con. A foy crew and yam or more for 1 day, but a family man con. Sana, there is struggle and kicking all abroad alone. Yes, sana fela venye ga ko juma online ya yala ni me fasana sanda te believe la you know sana yala sana wa amalo ko ila miro len brother amu de sana ko da mati mo juma la bala mo fon ko min ya no ko malo you know sana ko da mati you know no wali jini fo de ngalo be sobi la la do man problem la nya so wala ko mr problem ni desoro ko nya na nya so la ko mira wali kay be min kila wala ngalo mr problem so nice guy wa ka emotion you know. No, it's a nice guy. Emotional. Yala wala nang ko. Gamel political. We have to work on our emotions so many times. Not dia wali. No mo lo bari ati aka kampa. Yalong abe buka sada political kono mandendo but then no podol beje ngadi yalong medicinal dama kanyo sobindi ko la so nde men no emotionally atete ono do fana men no emotionally wala men moya wala menje you cannot maintain that one wala na temperament ngala ngajala gare number la pamanyala eza ani yaje be mbase called esa kama ka koni UDP winda mbe invite la as a security mbe invitational leader for security get so I got no UMC no UMC in the somebody invite la jana as an ambassador to Balen so wale be kala protocol officer de no. Well, I want to come a political Hitler man. So there is struggle. Boy, thank you for having you, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, you nyanta do na juna nung alanga na pol kenu when we na mobile maso na moltala. It's just funny. Nga membari start la because I met a ngalo na nyanda nyirigre na mani keke no la yeta ali nga tax la kan wulon ko na ta jona je ni solle be fala na ta je ki nga ta patila je kan ne no sana nde bakla odla family blood is thicker than water nde bakla je no ni wale sana abasana bakla aba bakla wala go for create to support sana Agabe is akonani is ave dokola la kala posino ave chene kala kala jio kono we meng that brother. But thank you so much, man. Subala Fonsi the Janting, Yeah, man. Thank you for having you all, I appreciate it. Lavin love it a boring in Ghana. Nando ke at a boring in Ghana. I've studied the Ghana thing, Ate ni fara etsola ila extremist la Air Force Commando matelete, But na didn't kende balenak. I banko kanu. No, ate Benjamin. Ate la yellow phone, ate yellow phone, near Baramas, and Yanama. Member Finna Boloko na Bekila yellow let. So no more, Ngal and a cabinet sugar, very brilliant boy. And he's a very important somebody. Alafu moleko. Your father cannot provoke because Alan bloodline is quite important, Thank you so much, man, Not rangana nyem fanatico soro na nuni lamen dabo, Then ni ala kuma jelo be fala. Kala kono manda bro. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, you go. You to our jana, Thank you so much, bro. Baraka, brother. So Sana, thank you so much. The viewers is quite important. Those sit down and listen to the conversation is quite important, and the people many along go for join. More look at the and very important the water, the wrestling at through. But Gambian nyanda kanyo enlightening. Very well enlightening, It's quite important in the Gambia political fraternity. But I say me long for that Gambia over tijale na lavenda lavenda na UNC mela fela kai fanatic supporters also to UMC like you know UMC ibara ko UDP be na coalition partner lati danko nga adama baro bonde so ninga adama baro bonde ba ite be Ghana na sande gambe ba embassy sot la Ghana la so mbede kala ibe kala protocol officer the office of the embassy in Ghana on the UMC so ibara ko opportunity. Thank you so much, brother. Ngala nevi nang polla jana ina mbata di ama. Anong fano kita na jana ntekara do ko la sab. 4 o'clock like malaga. I think it's 4:30. It's 4:22. So anong gala do ko la sama, I at least 3 to 4 hours mbole shino kare ngala do ko la, So even I UMC le ngeta gana isbala ko utamo na strong na to challenge, a model challenge. All right then, I'll suit to dia. Thank you so much, Ceesay moro fana be jibela and many others. Thank you. Lame Ceesay. Na Facebook is just terrible. Manna more ad no. That was so terrible, buddy. Nina anytime now. Sunday be long break because summertime let's sit. So Fonso enjoy the one day. I'll suit to dia. Ciao.